Hello, if anybody's watching. Give me just a second. Hi, The Truth. Hey, Maggie. Hey, Landshark. Can y'all hear me okay? Craig, you want to come in here? This is going nowhere fast.
We came on at the same time.
Well, hello.
Hey.
You.
Hang on just a second.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
We came on at the same time. Oh, hang on.
Okay, you gotta turn your volume up.
Okay. Amateurs here.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
Night. Leave me
First
alone.
time caller, long time listener.
Only my crazy husband.
It's been a night.
A night, just a night.
Yeah, things just going up and down.
Okay.
Hey, Hank.
Hey, Hank.
I'm not even
Is
on.
Say hey, Hank.
Hey, Hank.
it's
Better say hey, Hank.
is that all he does? Is does what you tell him to, or you
It's
like
a damn Skippy. He's a Southern boy now. Why do I hear a background?
I don't know.
It may be me.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
This is what happens when you let amateurs out here. I'm gonna take that.
Yes, I'm an amateur.
No, me.
No,
us.
Okay, that's Marcel, and this is Tom. This is Chris,
No, that's Chris.
That's Chris.
Mom's down there.
That's all. That's good.
and
got
you know Kathy. We know Kathy.
You know me.
All right.
Up there now.
Get back to work.
That's it?
Yep,
So
go
you
back
want
to
it?
work. Get to work.
Back to work.
Yep.
I do all the work.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
Scanning
whatever.
stuff on Amazon.
That's what Marcel says too.
Well, you know.
Marcel says a lot. Who's all in here? Hey, Maggie.
Maggie.
And the truth, I don't have my list in front of me, so I don't know all the names.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Hey, mate.
What I can do?
Are y'all ready for the snow?
Yeah, we are.
No. How much? How long? How much y'all getting?
I'm getting nothing.
Bridget, I know you ain't getting nothing, Southern boy.
We're getting 18 to 24. Yes.
About 15 inches.
How the
I'm gonna look at.
That's more down south.
Why am I hearing echoes?
I don't know. Hang on, let me see. I don't know. It may be. I have to hang on. I may have to uncast. Hang on.
No, don't.
I can't hear it.
Thank y'all for bearing with me tonight, getting this thing going.
I don't know how we're going to get it going, but we're going to get it doing something.
No, we're near Rochester. It says 18 to 22 inches.
Oh wow!
Go to the family.
Great.
God bless your souls.
See, there's
All
our.
right, Hank, you have a good night. Y'all be safe. Woo.
We're in the
Wow.
purple. We're in the purple.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What are you gonna do?
Thank you, Hank.
I have pizza in the freezer for him for Sunday, so he's all good.
Wow.
All we need
He
is
does
pizza.
soy cookies. He's really good. He has
You
his
have a
own
good night
cart.
too, Hank.
We're at Walmart. He has his own cart. He comes up to me. I have all kinds of stuff in my cart, and he has Chips Ahoy cookies. He has a bag of pretzels, and he has peanut butter and cheese crackers. He's all set.
He's good.
Hi, Jennifer.
Is there something
Hey,
more?
Jennifer.
No, do y'all lose power a lot when you have snows?
No. It might flicker or something, but we really don't lose power.
Y'all are used to it though, aren't y'all? That's something that y'all prepare for. So
Yeah.
y'all preparing like an everyday thing for like 9 months.
If I
There's
find
no milk or bread. She showed us pictures.
No
There was
eggs. You can't find
no
eggs,
eggs.
Tom.
and no
Eggs.
water. There was
eggs
no
and water.
You
I'll
think they
send
were in
you
the
eggs
know.
and water, Bridget.
I said, who the hell says, oh my God, we're having a snowstorm. Hurry, buy some eggs. I said, who says that?
Okay,
Evidently, the people that didn't have no bread.
Yeah.
Or water, because they brought all the water.
Yeah.
we're doing
There's
good.
I forgot.
There's still an echo, it says.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Caney Creek.
He'll be going down here. Could be
I'm
going into here.
Doing that.
I may have to uncast it.
Yeah, maybe.
Turning my camera off.
Did you turn it off?
Uh-huh.
I know we
Why?
got ours casted on the TV, so it may be us.
Oh my gosh, you're crazy.
Well, it's easier, and I can see the chat that way, and Marcel can be in it too.
Oh, okay.
Friday night.
Here's an idea.
TV.
Let's mute that and turn this one on. That way we
Okay,
can see
mute.
it up there.
Well, you can't hear it here, is what I'm telling you.
I know, but I'll mute here.
Oh,
So that way it doesn't.
is that better?
That's the TV right now.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Jeez.
Hello?
Maybe I need to mute that.
No, you need to get right here.
Hey, Maggie. Hey,
Jesus.
hey, Jennifer.
Lord help
Hey,
us all.
hey, Caney Creek girl.
Is that better?
Anybody
Well,
else?
that's the only way I can hear it. I'm just going to stop casting there.
Okay, stop.
Okay, we'll just do it the
I'll watch
regular way.
porn on the TV. You can.
Jesus, at least you'll keep yourself entertained for a while. Or you can just list our porn for a while.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
We got plenty of it.
the truth has been on RVA's show today, or listening
Hang
to
on, I
it.
think I'm
It went on.
still here. Okay, there we go. Jeez.
It went on for like 8 hours.
What
RVA
did?
show today.
Who's?
RVA Flips.
Yeah,
Hey,
it was-
Maggie.
like 8 hours.
Wow.
Maggie, I'm getting ready to send in a big shipment. I just scanned everything in. So,
Are you getting ready to start hitting the road and driving all over the Northeast,
I
buying
will
stuff for FBA?
no, I'll never do that. I mean,
if you come to Mississippi, come see me.
no, that's not what I want. Our main thing will always be eBay. So this is just a side thing. Like, you know,
Yeah.
we're at a store, we'll scan. We find stuff, we'll buy it. You know,
Right on auction.
if we're at an auction, but found some stuff from the auction. So
Actually, there's been a few we could have hit.
yeah,
What was the other one there? That clothing one.
we
Well,
can't
we
sell
missed-
clothing. We can't sell clothing on eBay on
Oh,
Amazon.
that's right.
Go do the laundry.
God almighty.
Tom, does your wife not have you trained, honey?
I want to sit down there.
I'm 62 damn years old.
Yeah,
Healthy.
Marcel tries that same trick, but it doesn't work.
Chris, go pillar a grape while you're at it.
Oh, I got grapes in the fridge.
Hey.
Jesus, dude.
There ain't no telling what might happen at nighttime around here.
Wait,
Right.
did Marcel have any drinks yet?
2.
Oh, see,
He's had quite more than since 2. 2
you're
o'clock.
behind.
I'm
Yeah,
behind.
I'm sorry, yeah, since 2. I've been drinking since 2.
That's what I told Tom. I told our viewers to come on.
What are you doing? Why are you shutting yourself in there?
Bridget,
What?
Oh, sorry.
Caney Creek girl.
Oh, hey.
She says, when you sign up for FBA, do they charge you at the end or the first of the month?
When you first sign up, you pay the $39.99.
There's a monthly fee.
Oh, I'm drinking Cayman Jacks. We're gonna do the drinking show tonight, so yeah, this is what I'm going for.
I'm
This
drinking
is
nothing.
my snow survival
No.
kit with cheesecake.
You're doing the dream show.
Yes, I saw that cheesecake.
That's your snow survival kit.
Because I know tomorrow at about 12 o'clock we'll be able to get out and get to the store, so I ain't worried about it.
Oh, we will be too. I mean, it's supposed to. Yeah, I mean, by Sunday night we'll be able to drive. We can drive in 6 to 8 inches of snow. That's not a big deal.
That's nothing to y'all. That's like walking a park.
I'll just record it for Tom.
Yeah, me too.
She can't walk in 6 to 8 inches of snow.
I can't walk just outside without falling over myself sometimes. It
Marcel,
I know,
Bridget
right?
treated us to a driving video one day, and all of a sudden she was like running through stop signs and stuff like that, and
I was not. It was
I started saying, Bridget, that was a stop sign you just went blasting through.
It was an empty shopping center. It wasn't. Nothing's there.
Okay.
And it was like, holy cow, girl.
That's calm driving to Marcel. You should ride with me one time.
If there's nothing there, there's no vehicles there. Why do you have to stop?
What am I stopping for?
Hey, come on. Who hasn't shut off the lights when they came to a stop sign at night just to see if there's another car coming or something and just drive through that?
Yep.
I mean, I've done it.
I can't say I've done that.
Oh, come on. You're lying.
I've done it a few times and around the gas station and just whoop, keep on going.
Nah. I tell you what, though, it's I just can't imagine having that kind of snow on the ground.
No.
Well, I can.
But you can. You came from Chicago.
Oh, he's from Chicago. He's a Yankee too.
He's a Yankee. Well, he is a what? You're now a Southern. He's a Southerner. He's been here for over 20-something years, so now he's actually a Southerner.
Oh, so he's one of those damn Yankees, one that came down and just didn't leave.
But yes, he is used to the northern snow area stuff. The 9 months, out of the year that you have 18,000 feet of snow and you can never go nowhere and do nothing. Yeah, that snow. I couldn't do it.
No, we're not doing the.
Yeah, I had to go up and do something in Illinois, around Aurora, around Joliet is where I had to go, and that's where they had the last blizzard, I guess, where they had to pull all the cars off of Lakeshore Drive and everything like that.
Yeah, that's where they were people were going out there giving them food and water out in their cars. They're stranded in their cars.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was years ago.
That was a few years ago, and so I was there for both of them.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yay. That's an accomplishment.
Marcel, I have some neighbors that are from Buffalo, and I guess 2 or 3 years ago when they got like the 12 feet of snow in an hour. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but y'all, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
My neighbor's wife, it took her 45 minutes from the front door of her house to her desk chair. It took her like 3 hours to get home.
Whew.
Yep, that's normal.
On the way, by the time, because she got caught in all that snow, she said by the time she got home, while she was sitting and doing nothing, she got on the company website, found a job in Charlotte that she was interested in, looked at the information at it, and it was her former boss. And she still had his phone number. So she called him up and said, "Hey, I hear you looking for somebody in Charlotte." And his question was, "When can you start?" So she said, "So that means I'm hired." And he says, "Absolutely." Oh, so when she got home, finally, she told her husband that she was moving to Charlotte. And if he and the kids wanted to go, they were welcome to do so. If they wanted to stay in Buffalo, they were welcome to do that too.
Right.
And both of them are Buffalo natives. So they've grown up with all that kind of stuff. She said it just hit her at the wrong way.
Yeah.
Well, you get to a point where you're just tired of it. It's just like enough's enough.
Yeah. Yay, snow pretty. Yay, snow pretty. Okay, shit, I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like nice to visit, but
nice to look at in pictures. But y'all can keep that stuff.
We like my family is from Horry County, South Carolina, which is where Myrtle Beach is at, and it's they were used to all the traffic from between Conway, which is really where my family's from, and Myrtle Beach, because there was basically one way to the beach. And my cousin, she just finally decided she's gonna move because she was tired of dealing with the traffic. Now she's been there all her life, and it just, she just had enough of the tourist traffic. So I guess people just get tired of it after a while, even they're used to it. Like Bridget said, it's time to move on.
You get sick of it, yeah.
Because it's like when y'all move to Florida, after a while you'll get tired of it.
No, I won't. No, I will not.
You'll get
Sunshine, beaches, sitting out there listening while I'm doing the morning show with y'all with this beautiful sunny weather and everybody's freezing. No, I won't get sick of that. Nope.
You'll get tired of all the family coming down.
There ain't no damn family coming down. I can promise you that. There are 2 boys.
Them 2 little boys will be coming down there all the time.
Oh, yeah.
There's more than 2 boys.
Well, the 2 boys will at first.
we got 2 girls.
The rest of the families don't like us. It's okay.
Yeah, why would they want to come from Arizona to go to?
Oh God!
Go from one sand to the other sand.
Now the two little boys are whose grandchildren are those? Are those both y'all's or
mine? That's
yours?
My son's. Yeah, my son's babies. I mean, they're both of ours, but
right.
But
because I know you got kids and he's got kids.
Yeah. He has a girl and a son, and then I had the 2 boys and the daughter. And we have 11 grandkids.
They love their pawpaw.
Yeah, they do love their pawpaw.
I don't know if they love me or they want to kill me.
I was like, wait a minute. I was like, that man is going to sleep for a week after that night.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, it's like every night when they're here.
Yeah.
Well, it's character building.
Yeah. For who, them or me?
Both.
Both.
They're fun though. They're fun to hang out with.
They're great.
We have a good time.
One of these days,
they make their pawpaw up.
One of these days, Bridget will have 5 or 6.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be happy about that. She'll spoil them with Mickey.
With Mickey, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, 11's enough. Jesus, they wear me. That's enough for Christmas presents.
You got 11?
11 grandkids.
Have mercy.
I know. I keep trying to tell them it's the water. Stop drinking it.
Buy some cable.
Buy some cable. Well,
it's not working.
my dad was one of 8. One of his sisters had 7. Another one had 9. His only brother had 5, and my dad only had 3. And my mother came from a big family too. She's got like 8 brothers and sisters.
Jesus Christ!
Wow.
It was fun.
6.
Yeah, my mother was one of 11?
The hell?
Yeah. 11 or 12. Something.
Well, they got to do something to stay warm up north.
That's true.
Yeah, she was from Nebraska, Colorado area. So yeah.
They've had some type of friction going on.
Back then they didn't have no TV or anything. So.
Hi, Yvette.
I bet.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh yeah, I know. Blowing snow and still coming temperature. Oh, good. Below 0. What the hell?
Where be you at, girl?
What is wrong with you people? Why do y'all live there? It's cold.
God, can't remember anybody tonight. Valerie, she's talking about moving to Texas. Hell, if she's going to move, she might as well move on further south.
Oh,
she's in Iowa.
Ooh, Lord bless your heart. Oh, just be careful out there for sure.
God love you people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll stay in this. We went to Michigan for 6 months. I'm telling you, I was out. I was the same way.
Oh, come on.
No,
it's not really that bad. Your
when
body gets used to
no,
it.
when it snowed on Halloween, and I had my kids in costumes, but the parkas were over the costume. It was time for my little Southern butt to come back on Southern home.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve during a blizzard, I told my ex-husband, "It's like you can either come with me or you can stay here. I don't care. My butt's going home. Bye."
Jennifer, where are you at?
I can't even see that.
She says they're supposed to get snow tomorrow too.
There.
Dang.
Humbled.
Ain't gonna happen though.
God love you people. Y'all got Michigan. Okay.
That's insane.
Now that's where Sally's at.
Yeah.
Nah.
Whew.
I was watching a TV show about Detroit and the Exodus, which has been going on since the 60s. They blame it on the automotive industry. I think it's because of the people got tired of the damn cold, the snow and whatnot. Because it's got to be cold coming off all that water into to Detroit with that lake right beside them.
It's way too cold.
But you know what?
Sanity cold.
Y'all get all the snow before it gets to us because it doesn't cross the Smokies.
Yeah.
It literally, every time we have a lot of snow, it drops off before it gets here. Now, if it comes from Atlanta, then everybody up here is, getting ready for the snow because we will get it then. When we were younger, we would be out on snowmobiles. Yeah, but that was fun when you were younger. Now I'm in flannels curled up in a blanket. Yeah, baby.
It won't do.
Hey, Lanchart.
Hey, Craig. I was born and raised. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I mean, I'm sure you'd get used to it, as you go along and stuff, living there for like ever, but it's just kind of like, now, no, I'm just too old.
Yeah, well, I lived in Chicago for all that time. Then I moved to Arizona, which it was like walking on the face of the sun. And, there's a completely different atmosphere and everything was different there. So
yeah,
your body got used to it and, and you just live there, I guess.
Absolutely. A buddy, when I graduated from high school back in 1976, I know most of y'all can't remember that, but his older brother was already working up on the Alaska pipeline. And he went up there and was going to work for a few years to get some money set up saved up for college and whatnot. And he ended up staying until, I guess, 10 years ago. And he had young kids. Well, he had teenagers still in high school when he got here and moved back to this area. And his kids would just laugh and carry on about, man, they even say, they whisper snow. They're closing schools here.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, they didn't close schools up there till like 32 below zero, and the oil in the school buses would start freezing up.
Yeah.
Right. It was like, who was it that was saying that the other day? You're saying Nikki?
Yeah.
She was saying 30 below.
Yeah,
right,
30 below.
Which was what it was in Chicago when I was growing up. And, I had to walk to high school. I had to defrost my face once I got into high school because it was frozen from just breathing, So it was that cold outside,
Yeah, Craig, we had high schools back in 1976. we were still meeting in a one-room schoolhouse, but we had high schools. But it's I was listening to the weather earlier, and they were talking about the northern part of this country getting destroyed by snow. And I'm thinking to myself, God love those people. I'll say a prayer for my friends up north.
I know, because there are lots of prayers. I don't know. We went from supposed to be like almost 70 to now we're going to get snow tomorrow night. It's like, okay, thanks, Nikki and all y'all. Y'all can keep that snow up there.
I guess that's what we get for gloating. Hey, Valerie.
I know.
Yeah. Because we were saying Oh, you're going to be 70s. I'm going to be in the high 60s. It's going to be beautiful weather down here.
Yeah, no. That's okay. I've got my survival kit. I'm good.
I just don't.
That's funny.
Like I said, Valerie's going to go through all that moving. She should be heading further south.
Like, we're like, yeah, come on to Florida, because that's where I'm going. And as I get older, I'm going to go further and further south.
Have y'all found a place yet?
Well, we're not going to Florida right now.
Well, I know that, but you were talking about moving because of.
Yeah, we found a few places.
Well, good. I know you dread having to move all that stuff of yours.
Okay.
Hey, Marie.
God, do I ever.
Yeah, well, it's moving's moving. I move it from a storage unit to another storage unit to a house to a storage unit to,
We're constantly moving it.
Have you sold any of the mopeds yet?
No.
Well, you're going to have to get on it, girl.
Yeah, you better get to work.
You better get them things running.
That's right.
I don't know who y'all think y'all are. No, we've been selling some of the small stuff. So that's good.
Well, good. Bridget, how's the Barbies going?
Good. We just sold another one.
Woohoo!
For what? What did we sell it for? 54?
56.
Oh, 56 maybe?
Are these a lot older ones?
Yeah, they're like from the 80s and 90s. Yeah. Let's see. I have to ask Maggie a question. Or Craig. Do either of you use your Dymo to print your Amazon labels? Your shipping Amazon shipping labels? Sorry, I'm talking work here.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, it's working
That's okay.
Hangout.
Let me see if I
It's
can.
working Hangout, so
I'm working on a 6-pack.
Yeah, it's a working hangout, so feel free to.
she uses her laser printer. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
All right. All right.
She must have heard us using her name in vain, and she decided she better get in here.
I did. Sure enough.
All right. I'll have to figure that out later. How are you, Miss Valerie?
I'm doing okay.
How's the weather so far?
Oh, we're getting some snow.
Oh,
Are ya? A
Oh,
lot.
yeah. It's falling pretty good.
power's still on good, it sounds like.
We probably got, I don't know, maybe an inch. Maybe, maybe about an inch.
Oh, that's not bad.
No. Be fine.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Nah. Love you. Just keep it up there with y'all.
All these Southerners.
You know, if the good Lord had wanted me to live where it snows, he would have made it snow more in South Carolina.
Over there by my side.
Because, like I said before,
Oh, my
when
side.
I was growing up in Charleston, South Carolina, they would close schools if it just flurried.
That's what they do here.
I know people laugh about that, but what can I say?
If they would have called for snow for Sunday, we would have been closed. They would have closed the schools for next week here.
Wow.
Even though it wouldn't have, and they know it stays for maybe like 12 hours.
Whoops.
By the next day, it's gone. So it's kind of like, yeah, whatever. And I live close enough to the store. If I need to go get something, I'll just go walk.
You'll just walk.
I'll just walk.
No, Marcel will walk.
I got a 4-wheel drive Jeep. I'll just take it. I don't care. I'll make it there.
Gotta fix the brakes first.
That's okay. I don't need no brakes when it's ice. So
Oh, it's okay.
Nobody needs no brakes.
who needs brakes when there's ice on the road? Come on. Either way, we're all sliding. It's a good time for everybody.
Great time for everybody.
You know, it's just it's all so fun to just get around there and slide around.
That is fun.
I had a Jeep CJ5 for 3 years, and it did not snow one freaking time while I had that thing. Not once.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
And after I
Yeah, that should be.
after I got rid of it,
Yeah,
and I went to a Mustang too. We got like 8 inches of snow.
It knew.
And of course, it was sat so low to the ground that you couldn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Now, if it just had like an inch or so, it was fine because it had positive traction on the back end, and it would handle the snow pretty well.
Yeah, they're the same way here too.
Sorry, I was trying to do something, and I just can't. I'm just so daft tonight. I don't know.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sure, go ahead. So, Bridget, you're going to get that stuff. You're going to get that stuff packed up tonight, so Chris can take it to the post office in the morning.
Yeah, it's got to go UPS.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm getting it. It's all packed up right now. I'm just printing the labels. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Like the first couple of times, I'm like, oh my gosh, it was. But now it's getting easier.
Yeah, the more you, I mean, the first probably 4 or 5 times, there's always a little something different,
Mm-hmm.
and but then after that, you'll be fine.
Oh my gosh. And it's just so different than what we're used to.
Mhm.
We're used to eBay, so this
Yep.
is like really different.
Mhm. So true.
Well, if you're going to get in there with the big dogs, you're going to have to.
Yeah, well, I'm not running around retail arbitrage. It's not me. I'm not doing it. I'm, I know there's money to be made doing it. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah, like Scott does all this driving, and I don't know if I could do that or not.
No, I couldn't.
I love to drive it.
Yeah, he does. No, I couldn't.
It might be fun for a while. Get out, you getting out there and running around, but I would think it would be like anything else. It'd get to be a job after a while.
Carol, I'm not working at all. I am having a beverage. See?
There you go.
I'm working on this. That's my work. I took the day off. I gave myself the day off. I'm doing
Good
the
for
vacation.
you. Good for you.
I had to run him around to get his driver's license today. That was an ordeal. We learned that in Mississippi, not even the automatic machine that gives you the number can do the alphabet correctly.
Dang.
We went from A, B, H, I back to A about 5 more times and maybe to B.
Wow.
I'm like, crap.
Is bargain shopping? Is that Carol?
Yeah.
That's Carol, yeah.
Carol, I am always just hanging out. I am never working. I'm over here typing on the keyboards to make me sound busy.
We're just hanging out.
That's all Marcel ever does.
That's all I ever do.
Well, I got
a couple of
those things listed earlier.
Yeah, I just quit working out or working tonight, so.
Are you working tonight, Valerie?
Yes, sir. I got the steamer going full time tonight.
I hear it too.
That would be the thing that you get wrinkles out of clothes, right?
Yeah.
The steamer? Okay.
Yeah.
Maggie, are you getting a FBA shipment together?
You think?
Yeah.
She's talking about books.
Books.
And books.
She loves books. See, that counts. We're looking at storage units.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Did you find any good ones?
Oh, yeah, we have. We found some crappy ones, too.
Oh, I love the crappy ones.
I love crappy ones, too.
Yeah.
No, they're not. They're crappy. So we have a list going. We have 4 that we know we have our max bid. And on beside each one of them, they're Marcel's lockers, because I don't want anything to damn well do with them. And then there's both of our lockers that I'm okay with bidding on. Other than that, if it gets a flop, it's all on him.
She's harsh, Marcel.
I am rough.
Y'all need you and Chris need to get y'all's women under control now. I really.
I'm trying.
Fine.
Yeah, you probably be trying the rest of your life too.
I think so too.
Can you weigh that?
Sorry, she always talks about when I'm out of the room. What?
No, whatever. I talk to you about your funny face. I don't care.
Now be careful, or somebody's gonna say that you're like Tara and you're verbally abusive.
Oh,
He likes it that way.
I do like that. That's why I married her.
I mean, to each their own, but whatever. He enjoys this. We're all good. Those cops are called.
That's the reason.
You ain't ran him off yet, huh?
That's right.
That's the reason we never see Marcel, is because she slapped him around a little bit and she's waiting for the bruises to go away.
That's right. I just got this touched up today, so we're good.
That's why he's wearing that. Why do you think the full beard's coming in now? 50 Shades are reselling.
Yeah, Marcel yelled at her one night, and it was 2 weeks before he saw her again. That's how long it took for his eyes, the swelling in his eyes, to go down.
Instead of a red room, we have a white room because it likes Google better.
That was because I took the last biscuit. I thought.
Turk. Swear, I like you a little bit.
Well, Carol, it seems she is getting rid of a bunch of stuff. She said she took an SUV full of stuff to St. Vincent's. I guess that's a thrift store or whatever.
Yep.
Oh, poor Deb.
Sorry, Swag. You hit the little bell.
Hey, Deb. That's awesome, though, Carol.
Yeah.
Hey, Deb.
Yeah, 50 Shades.
Get rid of it.
And
Of course,
if
if Sally was on here, she'd be mad at you.
Who's that, Sally?
Yeah. She'd be like,
I'm
Why
sending
didn't
some to Sally.
why didn't you send some of that stuff to me?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Oh man.
Poor thing. She'll get like 18 boxes in one day.
Oh, my goodness.
if any of you folks, you good folks that's in the audience, if you are not subscribed to Bridget or Kathy or to Valerie, y'all hit that subscribe button.
Yep. So that would be Why Not? That would be New York Picker, and that would be Chick Picker.
Chick Picker.
Bridget, are you the New York Picker?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that. I thought you were Bridget Baker Picker.
The only daughter is Bridget.
Oh, Tom.
You only been on here a year.
I know, right?
I haven't.
Have you been to the mailbox?
Huh?
Have you been to the mailbox?
Oh, yeah, it's in my van. Darn it. I'll have to go grab it.
Tell Chris to go get it for you.
No, right?
Oh, God. You'll never hear the end of it.
No, I won't. He's packing.
Oh, yeah, he's working. Don't bother him.
All right, Chris.
He's in the bedroom.
Don't mean to cap on you.
He's in the bedroom.
She put him in the bedroom, Valerie. He was being
That's
bad.
where he packs. He packs stuff. He likes packing it in the bedroom.
Oh, okay.
He likes packing. He likes. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, well, I can tell where that one's going. Jeez, that went from bad to worse.
Keep talking, Bridget.
Thank God Nikki's not here.
All right.
I know. Where's she at?
She'd have a story about that one.
Oh, Lord help me, Jesus.
I love Nikki. She is such a hoot.
I'm being nice because Marcel.
What? For what?
You haven't been before.
Oh God. Yeah, I told them what he said to me. I told Chris what my neighbor said to me about the snow blowing.
Oh.
I don't know. We missed that text. I was too busy doing your driver's license. It's illegal.
Well, my neighbor came, he stopped by and he said, he gave me his phone number and he goes, did Chris get the snowblower working? And I said, yes. And he goes, oh, okay. He goes, well, here's my number. Cause if you need me to blow you, he goes, anytime this week, I will.
No.
And he felt horrible.
Oh my goodness.
He apologized.
Bridget just set off our Google.
Oh my God.
No.
He apologized so much. It was like he had his whole face turned red.
No.
Yeah, if y'all not subscribed to Land Shark Picker, y'all subscribe to him because he's getting close to 1,000.
Yeah, he was pretty embarrassed.
Oh. Good thing it wasn't an old man you were talking to.
Oh, he is old. How old is Larry? He's probably like 60 something.
Oh, that's who he said it. That's who he was talking to. I thought he was talking to the little old lady that brings you stuff.
No.
That probably wouldn't have went over the same way, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, this is Larry. He's a guy. He's about 61, 62. Yeah, they're a crazy couple, them too.
The neighbors I was talking about earlier that's from Buffalo, when they left, they gave their snowblower to their neighbor. And his neighbor was just all happy about it because their snowblower is about worn out. Mm-hmm. And he said, I've got two teenage boys. They can get out there and get that driveway done in no time with two of them. Because the way my neighbor talked, that sucker would shoot snow 40 feet. So I said, so you just shoot it over into your neighbor's yard.
Oh, yeah.
He said, yeah, that's what you do.
What you do. It is what you do.
No, we wouldn't do that to Donna.
Not Donna, but I do it to the other side.
There is there's a swanky neighborhood near here, and apparently there's some Northerners that have moved into it because they had a snowblower. And when we had our last big snow, they had a picture in the newspaper about these kids. They were snow blowing the street in front of the houses so everybody could get out.
Oh, geez.
They made like $700 because they were, the neighbors were tipping them for getting the road cleared out.
They were probably the only ones that had a snowblower.
They were.
See, that's the way to do it.
When we move south, we're taking the snowblower with us.
Why? Well,
Get
according
the leaves out
to
of the yard.
I think it was the golden finger picker. Chad.
Uh-huh.
He was talking about. I think it was he was talking about that they went to some estate sales and yard sales, and people had snow blowers, and Pensacola, Florida, or wherever it is he lives at down there, and because they moved north and they just didn't figure that they had to get rid of it. They might need it down there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell you what, if they need it, which the friend of mine that lives in Orlando, he said that they get snow flurries every once in a while.
Yeah, it's like very few and far between, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what we used to do whenever we were down, when we lived on the coast and like the Gulfport area and Long Beach area. It was like flurry. That's it. Okay, thanks. Woo. There was nothing really to it.
Deb, where you're at in New York, you're surrounded by water. No damn wonder it's cold out there.
You're wrapped up in a park and a blanket and plus some.
And it's going to be that wet cold.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
She's out on the island, and she's that's totally surrounded by water.
Mm-hmm.
Bless her.
Talk about me. I'm not on an island. He looks like said he's not talking about me. I'm not on an island. I'm in my own island in my mind.
I got an email today. I guess it's because we're on several cruise lists, and it was about a cruise that runs the Great Lakes. And it's a nice looking ship they have up there.
Huh.
What was it called?
I don't remember. If I'm going on a cruise, it's either to Alaska,
Yep, that's what I'll do.
the Caribbean, excuse me, up around the Baltic states, or down in the Mediterranean.
You're not gonna.
Really don't want to see. I really don't have any desire to spend a week looking at the Canadian and the U.S. coast.
Huh. All right.
Let me know if I start beeping, because I'm over here working.
All right.
Or just put me on mute if you want. I'll understand.
And thank y'all for subbing to each other.
Yeah, thank you everybody for the subs. We'll have to definitely sub back.
It's I would like to do the Alaska thing. I think that would be a nice cruise.
Are you want to do the one with the whale watcher thing?
Yeah, but I've actually been whale watching before. We went to a little town right above Boston and went out on a boat, and they put us right on the whales. And just an FYI, if y'all ever decide you want to go out whale watching, make sure the people you go with has a catamaran. Not a catamaran. Not
what the hell is that?
That's where it's got two pontoon like two holes. Two holes.
Okay.
Those open in between it. Because it doesn't roll like a V-hull does.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Because we were looking at two other boats and they had V-hulls and they were rolling left and right, and I was about to get seasick looking at them. But this was really stable, so.
Okay. Yeah, because I want to do that. That's one of the cruises I want to do, because I want to do a whale watching out there in Alaska. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Because, with this global warming, we don't know how long all those glaciers are going to last.
Oh, Lord Jesus Christ, shut up. Say a word. I will mute you.
It heats up, it cools off.
It kills off.
I will mute him quickly. I know how to push the mute button.
Who is that? Marcel or me?
Both.
I think Marcel and I could have a good time to conversing.
Yeah, as long as you don't want to lose subs, you'd be all right.
Well, not on here. I'm talking about like face to face.
Yeah, you probably could.
But it's yeah, I would like to do that. I'd like to go up to Alaska. My parents went. They flew to Anchorage and then drove to Fairbanks or something like that, and they really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I want to do something like that.
Yeah,
I mean, I want to go on a cruise, period. I mean, you've never been on one.
Right.
There were a lot of people with that Alaskan cruise. They just loved it. Just from the scenery and all the, being out there on the boats and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the things about cruising is that you don't have to do anything. You don't have to worry about getting from point A to point B.
Yeah.
That's the best thing ever.
It is. Your biggest thing that you have to worry about is being back on the ship.
Is that like watching grass grow?
Oh, no.
A little bit, but a little more exciting.
Yeah, it's really, you see them on TV, but when you're 30 feet away from them, it is just, let's go.
Well, they say
amazing.
Like, when we're in the mating season is the best time, like in September, and there's another time.
That's the best time.
Oh, shut up.
I thought every day on a cruise ship was mating season.
There you go.
All right, Bridget, feed into Marcel. Thanks.
It's the motion of the ocean, baby.
Shut up.
A friend of mine.
Did you want to lose subscribers?
A friend of mine's son got married, and they were going on a cruise for their honeymoon. And I said, y'all will not get any romancing going on a cruise ship. There is just too damn much stuff to do. And then when you finally go to bed, you want to go to sleep.
$69.95 for 45.
Oh well, that would be awesome. Having dolphins come up to the boat. Oh,
Mm.
I got to go swimming with dolphins when we first started dating. He took me. I love dolphins. That's like my favorite.
My first open water dive when I got certified, we went to Crystal River, Florida, and swam where the manatee are.
Yeah.
Now that will freak your ass out.
Oh yeah.
Those big old things, just because the water's kind of murky in the river part of it. And, all of a sudden they're coming out of the murky water, they're real close to you. But they'll let you rub their back, and it's something else.
Yeah, I started out doing my certification, but I hadn't finished it yet. I need to finish it. But that's where we were supposed to go do our dive, our certification dive. So I got to finish it up.
It was...
David, they're not good eating. Oh.
What a good eating.
Nice. The dolphins?
No. That's Flipper.
Tastes
What
like
is wrong with you
No, they
people?
don't taste like tuna. Shut up.
No.
What?
Dolphins. You pet them and love them.
That's right, because they'll love you.
That's right. Until they try to hump you in the water.
That's right. They're a boy's best friend. Did you watch the TV show?
Right. Come on.
Him and the Reverend. Yeah.
Nah, stop it. I told him to mute you.
Do what?
I told him I was going to mute him.
I'm glad you know how to, because I don't know how to do anything.
Well, I can mute you on my side because it's my mute. But I know how to mute you too.
Well, there's so many of these TV shows from
I don't know.
back in the early 60s that if they would never fly now because they're not exciting enough.
No, and the verbiage is so incorrect right now. It's
Well, look at this. There's Colonel Jim and Miss Tara. How y'all doing tonight? Mr. Sadie, did you win any money?
Yeah, really. Alligators, smelligators. You get alligator meat after that. I probably would be too, though, Tara. But is it Share Productions? Hey,
There you go.
have they made it? That they ain't made it Kentucky yet, have they?
No. They're still up there.
In the process.
I did it.
Yeah, they're not going to go to the. They're not
Bless
going to
their
go
heart.
to after school's out.
God bless her heart. That's whew. I assume it's Share Productions. I can't see. I'm sorry. I'm blind as a bat.
Yeah.
I share production.
Yeah.
Hey, well, come on in.
Well, I'm glad you showed up, and I'm glad it came up on your recommendations.
Hey, Tara.
Ma'am.
Well, hello.
Yeah, you want to eat alligator, don't get eaten by the alligator.
Some gator tail.
Yes, gator tail.
Oh, that's great. It was good.
Oh. Okay, we're saying your name right. Okay. Never want to offend nobody.
That feels like this.
If this was a recommendation, I know, right, Carol?
Right.
Okay, we resell and we hang out and talk about just about everything.
Yeah.
There you are, talking her ACDC.
These dogs thought they needed to go outside and run around in the snow a little bit.
Cool.
We probably got about good probably a good 2 inches now.
Wow.
It's coming down pretty good and it's blowing hard, so.
Well, Mr. Sadie, I'm glad that you donated to the casino to help them keep the doors open.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right? You might as well go ahead and hand over your money. It's here.
That's what we say when we go to the casino. We just say we're going to donate.
You know,
he sees all the numbers with the we ain't going y'all can hand your money to them.
That's why I don't gamble.
We go. Well, we haven't been in a long time. Matter of fact, we were talking today.
Storage units.
At least you're going to get something back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do at least.
I'll be right back.
You might get a tax deduction because you donated everything to the.
Hey, I got 5 or 6 day donations.
But it's when we've gone out to Vegas and we've gone to Atlantic City, and we've had a great time. The money we took knowing that we weren't bringing it back with us. We were going up there to have a good time.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. You have to walk in there saying, "Hey, I'm not going to win. Might as well have fun."
Yeah, and we took X amount of money per day to gamble with, and if we ran out of money, then we went and did something else.
Yep.
Because there's people up there that lose their ass. I mean, they lose everything before they get out of there.
Yeah, they do. I have just enough for hookers and blow, and then I'm good.
You want to get him now or later, Tom? I mean, come on.
I'm just kidding.
I know.
He don't do the other either. I promise you that. He's still alive.
Some friends of mine went to Vegas and they've got 4 kids and they're all boys, and they were walking up the strip, and this lady working the street, she approached one of her boys, and she's and my friend's wife just lost her mind. He was afraid he was gonna have to go break her out of jail. She was getting ready to get on that hooker's butt. But it's that's a place now. That's its own little. It's not the happiest place in the world, but it's
a place.
It's a place.
Oh, they're like that in Vegas during any type of game and show or any type of show.
All of them having the cards out. Yeah.
Or at the elevators.
Mm.
They'll stand at the elevators and do that.
When we went out to Vegas, which had been 98. I think it was 98 when we went out there the last time. because then we had 3 children, and then there was just no money to go places like that. We went over to, I think it was the Hilton, where they had the the Star Trek exhibit over there, and they had the coolest. Even people that went there that were not even Star Trek fans, they were amazed by it because you're told that you're getting ready to go get on a roller coaster or some kind of motion ride, and then all of a sudden the lights go out. And the lights come back on, and you're standing on a transporter pad on the Enterprise.
Yeah.
I don't know how well, I have an idea of how they did it, but it was so smooth. There was no noises, like when the panels were either going up or down to expose the transporter pad. It was just, it was the best thing, and people were like. They were amazed by that than they were anything else about the whole exhibit, the ride, or any of that type of thing.
Yeah, they really go all out for that kind of entertainment.
It's okay.
What are you doing on the couch, girl?
We're sitting on the couch.
Oh my gosh. He's supposed to be sitting beside you with his arm around you.
He's okay.
Whispering sweet nothings into your ear.
The cat sits in between us.
How do I love thee? Let me count the ways.
I
love that you.
Blankets.
No, I don't have my hands are right here. They're not under the blankets.
Number one, I love the way you list Barbies that we have.
So I don't know. But...
Tom, where's Roberta?
She's in bed.
Oh.
She ain't crazy like the rest of us.
No, she is playing a game. Assassin's Creed.
Oh.
I don't remember which one it is, but she's playing that.
Does she get paid to do this?
What, play games?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
She just likes to do it.
She likes to do that.
Okay, so what does she do for a living?
She's a data manager for a large for a large cable company.
Okay.
She manages data for like viewerships and stuff like that.
Okay. I was wondering, so she's playing these games. We talked about you're testing these games, like going, okay, does she test games for a living? Because how cool would that freaking be? And please tell me how to get into this job.
No, what we're testing is that there as a service.
Crazy.
As a service with another company, it's a shadow computer system.
Oh, okay.
And this computer is a server somewhere, and you log in. Like my computer right here will not run like Assassin's Creed or Fallout 4 or anything like that. But if I buy the game and load it onto the shadow server, wherever it's at, then it runs on the shadow server, and all I'm doing is using my monitor and keyboard as a dumb terminal.
Oh, okay.
So it runs real smooth. What we're testing is to see how peak periods, whether the internet connection will stay connected.
Right.
So as of about 45 minutes ago, I would say no.
You're saying, I don't have no internet. Well, it does suck there.
Where'd it go?
And
where's it at?
She works for the company that provides our internet.
So she's playing the dog. Look, the dog's messing with her. Marcel goes, Valerie, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Just playing with the dog. So I had this plush, and I bought it to sell it, but it didn't have I thought it was going to be a good return. It wasn't, so I gave it to the dogs. And so I'm sitting over here, and my couch is right here, so I can't see the floor. Oh, over. So, rookie move. Sorry. So now, before, while I'm working here, they're over here tearing this dog up, and there's white. It was like it snowed in the house. So they had all the stuffing out, and so I took all the stuffing out and then just let them play with the shell of it. So now they're both fighting over it.
Oh Lord.
Oh, he tore his ear off.
They're having a good old time, ain't they?
Yep. Yeah, go play over there. Ringo says, Elvis took it away. Elvis took it. Bring it here.
Good, Joanna.
Oh, crazy.
Is it Johanna or Joanna?
Run with the stools.
I say Johanna.
I say Johanna too.
Okay.
Yeah, a toy for a dog is always a good return.
Always.
It's better than your shoes.
Yep.
My little girl cat, she somehow can open my drawers behind me, which are standing open right at the time, and she will open them, and during the night she will bring me eBay padded envelopes. Priority mail.
Your boxes, Tom, so she knows what they are.
Yeah.
Ask Todd, he'll tell you.
Oh, she'll open these boxes behind me. And get in and try to get into it, her fat behind.
The cat is in box 13. Start scanning her to certain
Oh God. These cats drive me crazy, but I love her.
Tom asked him the other day, why did he have to have box 1, box 2? Did he not know that they were boxes?
No.
Yeah.
So
Because
Working.
it looks good that way.
I know, right?
What are you I thought you were sitting on the couch, Bridget. What are you doing? How are you working?
On the couch.
Yeah, the camera went off because she's under the cover now.
No, she's not.
Told you I could mute him.
I'm sorry. I'll walk away.
I can work on the couch.
That's what Marcel was saying.
Well, I wanted to get it right. Johanna says that her dad calls her Johanna and her mom says Joanna.
I think I call her something different every time. Joanna, Johanna.
I just call you Joe.
Joanna.
That's right. JoJo.
Yeah, JoJo will be here for Mississippi.
And she probably hates that. Because somebody's probably been cute, trying to be cutesy in her life and called her JoJo.
Yeah.
Now she hates it.
Mm-hmm. Like I hate Val.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
Val.
know.
And there's some people that just do it, and I just don't have the strength.
The Southern people, I could understand why, because it's just that it would be a habit for us. Because
sometimes it's yeah.
I mean, it's just like a habit. Because I have so many Valerie friends. I've had to catch myself. It's like I'll start writing out like, oh crap, I can write the full name out.
And of course, she would have to spell her name with an O.
I have to get it right. Trust me, I go back and double check.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I told my wife the other day, I said, you know what, if I was a little kid again, knowing what I know, I would start, Ptolemy, the Egyptian pharaoh, it was PT, not just T, because the P silent. So I told her, I said, I would have started when I was in the 5th grade spelling my name as PTOMMY, just to confuse the hell out of the teachers.
There you go.
That's right.
I gotta get up again.
It's all good.
The phone's over there.
See, she said JoJo was her nickname in high school.
Oh, that's good.
Well, look at that.
Yeah, Mr. Sadie's being bad.
Sorry, Val.
All right, Val. Ori. It's all good.
Well, I referred to her as Val in the chat one day, and people I had no idea who they were instant messaging me or
like, don't
call her Val. Don't call her Val.
Whatever you do,
you'll get the horns. No,
yeah, it was just easier to spell it in chat.
Now, like when I was younger, I just let it fly, but now it's I don't know. It's like a pet peeve, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you have a nickname in high school or whatever, it's fine. But
Yeah.
when you're an adult and you get older, you don't want to be called by that nickname anymore.
Well,
No.
So I will tell you. So my first initial is V. My last initial was D. VD.
Oh, no.
Okay, so yeah. So all through like elementary school, I had no idea what VD was. You
Oh,
know, but I knew it wasn't because I knew it wasn't good. It couldn't have been good because everybody was just laughing. You know, I had no clue what it was. So of course I went and asked my mom, you know, and so she explained it to me.
Oh,
And I
yeah. I
was
thought
like,
it was,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't like that.
It goes that over there.
until I graduated from high school, my name was Tommy. And when I graduated from high school, I became Tom because that was a grown-up name.
Right.
And so if somebody calls here and asks for Tommy, my wife Roberta, she says it's either a family, either an old friend or a family member because they're the only ones that still call me Tommy.
That's funny.
Marcel's are MFR.
His initials are MFR. MFR. We have his tag. It's MFR.
Oh my God.
MFR.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
Yeah, I always went by Kathy. If I heard Mary Catherine, I knew my ass was in trouble. Run the other way.
So your real name is Mary?
Mary Catherine, yeah.
Hmm.
Don't you?
Carol, I go by anything. Just don't call me late for dinner.
This is kind
I
of
Yeah.
know that. Hmm? Yeah, I know Bridget.
evil.
It isn't evil, ain't it?
Yes, Disney.
Joanna, was Joseph the little boy that was helping you with you were cooking up the apples? See, I watch people's videos.
Evidently, you don't watch mine because you know how to do Poshmark if you did.
Evidently,
Well,
you don't watch Nikki's, or you would have known how to.
Jim, I'd have known how to get into a damn Hangout live.
Exactly.
No.
So, no, you don't watch everybody's.
The technical stuff. I haven't seen any Poshmarks on yours.
I have had
Oh my gosh.
all kinds
She
of
has
stuff.
some. She has some how tos.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll have to go look at them.
How to Poshmark.
How do
I
I
felt-
know?
I feel bad.
I have found some of
Poshmark,
the
you should feel
most
bad.
bizarre clothes in this bunch of clothes I have. Let me show you something.
Please.
Show and tell. There's pads on here.
I'm going to see whatever you got to show me.
I'm waiting. It's
I
like
don't-
Todd.
You may not be.
Oh, wait,
to,
yeah.
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 You might want to like disconnect. as long as they wear some naked, man, we're all right.
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I love it.
Lord help us.
I want to know who would wear this.
I would.
I know a few people.
And it's on the back.
That's cute. I like that.
Trust
And
me,
my-
I sell
my
here
st-
quick.
And across the tail of it is the
Yeah.
silhouette of all the people.
You'll sell
Oh,
that.
gosh. Oh yeah, you'll sell it.
Mhm.
Yep.
That is bizarre.
I like it.
That'll sell.
So I'm gonna double list it
How
at
can I
some point
tell
tonight.
Joanna wants to know, Kathy, which channel? I'm assuming the ones with your Poshmark education.
Why not?
Just the why nots one, yeah.
It's on your. Yeah, it's on her why nots.
Yeah, the Kathy one was just to help Valerie get all her subscribers.
Uh,
I never had that channel before until now.
Oh,
But yeah, it's the why nots one.
yeah, my phone is under just my name, and and I've got 8 subscribers, and I was just messing around with my phone today, and I said, I've got 8 subscribers for Tom Hucks.
Woohoo.
And I don't even do anything with it except look at videos and whatnot. But I am subscribed to just about everybody with that, and with my Queen City Picker one too. Plus, my wife, we use a PS4 hooked to our TV to watch videos in our den. So most of y'all are have a subscription from my wife, and you don't know it.
You don't know it yet.
Yeah.
But
It will take it.
yeah, because I was trying to help everybody get. Baby, honey, you got to stop driving me crazy today. This is my baby girl. Don't she look just like me? Doesn't she look just like me? We both have big fat bellies.
You got your eyes.
She's my sweetheart. She loves me better than anybody else in the family.
Oh Lord.
Is she the one that brings the priority mail?
Yeah, she's the one that brings me Ziploc bags, everything.
There you go.
That's awesome.
She's your
I like
helper.
to play with Q-tips. She's always grabbing the Q-tips.
She's my baby girl. But they and let me see if is this right here? Yeah. And this is another thing. I thought this was apparently I thought this was a joke.
Big Chief.
But there's like two other ones, and one sold for like $36.
Really?
These crappy storage lockers. Oh, I sold a lot of all these cell phones that I get out of these storage lockers, because God only knows if you're going to have a storage locker, you got to have 5 or 6 junky ones in there.
He doesn't
Oh,
have
yeah.
any little
So I
Q-tips.
just threw them all in a box and sold them as a lot.
What's the matter with them?
Oh.
I'm taking mine up to that Walmart eco thing that you can recycle them.
Uh-huh.
You can get decent money for some of them.
What's those babies?
I mean,
I'll
more
have
than if I can get them online, and plus with fees and shipping and everything else, I'd make more money at the machine.
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, definitely check those out. Well, I put them all in a box and take them up there.
Where's the babies?
But it's that.
Oh.
It seems like these junky ones that I buy, there's always phones,
Oh yeah.
there's shoes. My sons will not have to buy shoes for 10 years. I mean, they're nice Reeboks and Nikes, and
Yeah. Do you find?
I just kind of spray them down really good with some kind of air freshener, whatever that's called, and they wear them, or they'll go barefooted to school.
One of the two.
Because you know what, basically I figured it up. One of them I paid, like, when I set aside all the stuff that I know that it would sell, I paid like 5 cents for a pair of Nikes that were like brand new.
Mm-hmm.
So they can wear these, or they can go buy their own.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what the whole point is. I mean, if you can use the stuff out of there, you can use it. I mean, if not, sell it.
My wife's a big girl. Okay, if you're on my Facebook, if you're a Facebook friend, you can look at my photographs, and you're usually the dark-haired girl sitting beside me. Anyway, we were going through these clothes, and not this one that I'm currently going through, but we're going through another one, and it was like a size 6X skirt that was about that short,
Right.
about that, that short.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, big girls shouldn't be wearing. She's a big girl, okay, so she can say it. Big girls shouldn't be wearing short skirts like that. I said, well, maybe she wore tunics under it. And she's like, you have not tunics, tights. I said, or I said, maybe she wears tights up under it. And she says, you've been to Walmart.
Right.
Do I need to go any further?
Yep.
But it's, you know, and I'll get one thing out of each one of my storage units that'll pay for the whole unit. Because I only paid like $20 for them at the most. But and watches. I've got so many crappy. Here, this is what somebody's getting for Christmas this coming year. Anybody got a birthday coming up? That's what you're getting for Christmas or your birthday. I mean,
that's probably what I'm gonna be sending.
The band's a little thing, man.
Yeah, it is. People spend the most money for junk. Oh, here's the slipper. I don't know whether y'all were all listening to the show, but I came back to the camera and I said, "Oh my God, I found this in a storage locker. It's 14 karat gold. Those are real diamonds and jewels." And Bridget was losing her mind, and I said, "No, I'm just kidding." And she says, "I hate you."
Because they did. That was awesome, though.
I tell you what, I should have got an Oscar for that because I was.
You know why? Because we're used to Todd showing us all his gold and $3,000 watches.
We expect it better from you, Tom.
Well, I just had to, you know.
No, we really didn't. We knew.
Yeah.
That was good, though.
But it's just, and one of the things that gets me too is, since y'all buy storage lockers, is the mail, bills, mail, junk mail.
I love it. That's my favorite part.
You know, I'm talking about junk mail as in, like, you know, on Tuesdays you get all the new shopping, the grocery store shopping.
And you told me I couldn't get up.
Circulars.
So my phone's over there.
No, we got no circulars.
No, we don't get no circulars.
You didn't get any of those? You don't get those?
Mm-mm.
It just seems like they just throw everything in that gum. TJ, not TJ, no, Marshall's bags. I must have 60 Marshall's bags around here. And I actually had to go to a Marshall's to find out what kind of store they were at. Because I'd never been in one.
Oh, wow. Joanna, if you do buy a storage unit ever, just start small. Do like a 5x5.
Yeah, something very small, something you can move easily.
They're fun to try at least one.
And you got, and the biggest thing about starting small is that you've got to be able to do something with all the crap.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to be able to move it somehow, you know.
Especially the trash. You got to have someplace to throw the trash.
Yeah.
The 519.
You know, that's a good thing because we're able to unload our trash in our area. But oh man, I would just if you start small, I would try it.
What I do with my trash, I put it in trash bags. Yeah. And then I set them on my back porch, and then each week I put trash bags in the trash can and send them home.
Oh, so we have a dump area we can take all our stuff to. Yeah, or if you have a storage unit anywhere by you that you can go to, or you have it, you have storage units you make your stuff at. Sometimes you can dump it in there too. But we have a dumpster. We have a dump area we can dump our stuff, so it's free for an area for us.
I know this guy down in Columbia, and he buys. I bet you he'll buy 500 units, 500 or more storage units this year.
Wow!
And all he doesn't sell on eBay or none of that kind of stuff. He has wholesale. He wholesales everything. And his mother is like 83 years old. And she will sit down and she will go through every piece of mail and every legal document. Because she is so nosy. she's also looking for like gift cards and cash and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I am
But
too.
she wants to read all of that crap. She
Mhm.
wants to know what's going on.
I want to know in anytime you see a notebook, I'm gonna skim through it to see if there's any notes, anything.
Well, yeah, that's kind of fun too, knowing who the person was.
You get a
Right.
story
Yeah, you
behind
get a
them.
story behind of all these items, and sometimes you get a story behind who owned it.
The one, a lot of people you hear on, like if you're watching the people buying storage lockers, you will hear them talking about having to take all their personal information back to the storage unit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Around here, they do not want that.
No,
Ours don't
they
either.
don't want it either. No.
We asked them.
Yeah.
Maria, that noise is Valerie steaming clothes.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. Is
No,
it too
I
noisy?
don't think she's ever heard it before, probably.
Yeah, I'm just steaming.
No, yeah, she's just steaming. No worries. Nothing's
Trying
gonna
to
blow up.
Getting some work done.
She's actually working.
Yeah, but you're right. You don't give the personal items back because
Ours don't want it.
they don't want it because it sits there in the storage place and they never come to get it, obviously, because they never paid for the storage unit. So they're not going to come get that stuff. And sometimes they're way out of town. You never know where they're at.
Or jail.
Or jail. Yeah. So,
And you never want to have any communication with these people.
no. I would not recommend that for anybody to talk to anybody that owned it or knew anybody that owned it.
Yeah.
There is a guy, this is what shame. We've talked about part of this before, like photographs and, slides and stuff like that from families that gets resold or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a guy that I watch. It's called, what is this? A pirate.
Oh, the
Storage
pirate.
Yeah, storage pirate.
pirate.
Yeah, that's it.
I watch
Storage
him.
auction pirate.
Mm-hmm.
And he has like 4 or 5 urns
Mhm.
at people's, ashes because nobody wants them. So
Right.
he just has a collection and he takes care of them because that's grandpa. That's somebody's grandpa. That's somebody's grandma.
Somebody. Yeah.
And he just says, eventually one of these days he's gonna have a nice little display for them to feel loved, and because apparently in California, it is a major ordeal to do something with those things.
Oh,
I'm sure. I'm sure in a lot of states it's probably a big ordeal to do anything with those. I mean, somebody's remains. I don't know what you would do with them.
Yeah, Joanna, it's and he he's kind of rough looking.
Yep.
But he's really involved in with his children, and things like that bothers him. That people just leave grandpa or grandma in the storage. And
that would bother me too. I mean, what would you do? I mean, you don't want to just throw it in the trash. You don't want to be disrespectful in any way.
That's right.
You got remains in there, but who would leave the remains in the storage unit anyway? That's what I'd question. But
well, somebody that can't, they're probably in jail.
Yeah, maybe.
They probably can't get to them.
If I did something disrespectful with somebody's ashes, I swear to God, I don't really believe in ghosts, but that sucker would be standing at the foot of my bed that very night saying, what was up with that? So I'm with him. If I came across them and I couldn't do anything with them, then I would just put them in a bookcase and
yeah, I think remains. I probably would try to contact somebody, but just for that, I don't think it'd be any other reason because I don't want to hold on to it. And like I said, I'm not going to throw it in the trash. So I need to figure out something to do.
I asked a priest at a Catholic church near here about it. And he said, well, if you ever run across any, bring them up there. And he says, we have called the Memorial Garden. And they basically dig a 8-inch by 8-inch square hole And they put it down in it, and then they cover it back up like a burial. And then he says, we have a little service that we say over them. And I said, well, I don't, I said, I don't think they have names on them or anything like that. He says, well, we can cover that. Oh. So that was good to know that they could just.
Well, that is good to know.
You could take them.
You will come across those eventually, I'm sure. I've never come across one, but I'm sure we will eventually if we keep buying them.
Yeah, because all Kathy wants to do is buy motorcycles.
It's easy. It's not motorcycles. It's scooters.
Scooters.
They're easier.
Motorcycle light.
Motorcycle light.
Well,
no, we did not buy them.
The guy that I mentioned down in Columbia, he bought a bin and had a Harley Davidson in it. And he spent about 6 months trying to get the title straightened out on that thing so he could license it and sell it. And finally he gave it up, and he must have made $40,000 off the parts off of that thing. Just stripping, selling parts off of it.
Yeah.
And so he said he would never try the license it again because it just took too much time.
It does. It takes a lot. It takes a little bit of work. I mean, but I ain't too messed up about them right now. I'm just trying to get some of that stuff sold and out of there. I need it gone.
Yeah, there are stuff to sell in a short minute of time.
Where'd Bridget go?
Oh, Bridget.
She go to bed?
She better not.
Well, it is 8. Well, it's 9:30 there.
Oh, it's Friday night though. She don't have to get up early in the morning.
Yeah, well, she goes up until 9:30. Usually 8.
That's about what time she goes to bed.
And she's going to bed at 8:30, 9:30. She is up at what 3:30, 4:30 in the morning.
Well, Chris, it's Saturday. I don't think Chris works on Saturday.
You don't care?
Screw that.
They don't got an auction.
Yeah, screw that. Yeah.
Yep.
You got to sleep in at least once a week.
No, Joey, I'm not drinking a tall boy. It's Cayman Jack.
Kathy got her a big 40.
I got a big 40. I promise you that.
That's how we roll.
That's how we roll in this city. No.
Lord have mercy. There has been so many beers that have come and gone. I dated this girl right out of high school because you could buy beer at 18 at that time.
Damn. That was a long time ago.
It was. She drank this beer called Pearl. That's what it was called, Pearl. And I put it at, I've always considered it a girl version of Schlitz. You know what? And I noticed they still won't make the Beast. The Beast. Milwaukee's Best.
Oh, good God.
$2.75 for a 12-pack.
It's going to take you about 5 12-packs to get a buzz. Jeez.
What is that you're drinking? Is that water or is that a energy drink or?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, what's that?
It's an energy drink.
It's not even close to an energy drink. It's a margarita drink.
Oh, okay.
They usually came in bottles. They just started putting them in cans, and the cans are better. No, I'm not saying Marcel is the boss, Mr. Sadie. No,
but I am.
Yeah.
I help put his pants on in the morning. He don't. They say everybody puts their pants on one leg at a time, not unless his wife helps him.
That's right. That's true.
My grandmother was, I guess Grandma Woodbury would be about 102 now. She got married when she was 16.
Woo!
The morning after she got married, she said my grandfather got up to get dressed and he started putting on his pants and he said, "Now, Eva, am I going to wear the pants in this family or are you?" And she said, "Well, you can until I need to put them on and then I will." And my grandmother, she would say stuff like that, which was so out of character for her. because she was always so meek and mild, and she never said anything mean about anything except when her children made her mad. But she was like, "You can wear it as long as until I have to put them on, and then I will."
That's right. And that's how it is.
Nowadays, these women want to be bosses.
I don't want to be. I am. So we're good.
I don't want to be about it.
Oh my God, Johanna, that was like my grandmother was 16 and he was like 35 when they got married. She said her grandmother was 17 and her grandfather was 33.
Lord.
I was, so this was in 1986. I was 16 and my ex-husband was 26.
Lord have mercy, girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
She liked her old men, literally old men.
Need to worry about the quiet one.
Well, I was just young and dumb, but anyway.
But he gave you 2 beautiful daughters.
He did. He did. No doubt about it. He said, "You know, our kids turned out pretty good. You must have done something right." And I said, "You darn right I did."
I beat their butts till it wouldn't hold corn shucks.
That's right.
Have no idea what that means. But all my life, my father would say that. If you don't straighten up, I'm gonna beat your ass till it won't hold corn shucks. And we'd look at my brothers and going, "What is he talking about? Corn shucks?" I know what corn shucks are, but you know.
I don't think that was holding it anyway.
I get out of that you got so many bruises and yeah, it's pretty much all scar tissue.
Yeah, pretty much.
My dad, he didn't say a whole lot until he got mad because we did something, and then we would hear about it. That's the reason we never got in trouble at school, because God forbid my father had to come to school because we got into trouble.
All right, Mr. Sadie. Mr. Sadie said, "My wife thought she was wrong once, but she was mistaken." He didn't sit on the shirt.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Did anybody ever watch Home Improvement, Tim the Toolman Taylor?
Yeah. In fact, we're watching it now. I'll go to sleep.
No, we're not. We're watching X-Files.
Okay. We're flipping. Anyway, go ahead.
We're hearing
There's
it.
one episode where Jill, she makes a mistake. She is wrong. I mean, she was wrong about something. And Tim's trying to get her to say, "So you were," and she's like, "mistaken." And he's like, "No, that's not the right word." He's trying to get her to say, "I was wrong."
She handled it right.
Yep. That's
Johanna, it. I never saw my grandmother in a pair of pants, ever, the whole time she was alive. She got up and she got on her dress and her apron, and she worked out in the fields, and then she'd come cook lunch, and she'd go back out in the fields, because back in those days, they ate a big lunch and they ate like leftovers or very light dinner. She always had her dress and her apron on, and the men always ate first. You hear that, ladies? They always ate first, and then the wives and the women and the children. My mother would be like, "That ain't flying."
No, ma'am.
And I know my wife would not. She won't. She doesn't roll like that.
Oh,
Mine does.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah.
No, you lie.
She's very obedient.
You lie like a damn rug. And even if
I like that one. That's good.
And she always waited till everybody else had eaten before she ate. Always. She's the one. She's the grandmother I mentioned the other day about making the pancake thin layers of her chocolate cake. She'd have like a dozen or so little tiny pancake thickness layers of cake with homemade chocolate icing.
Mm.
Oh God, it was good. Man, I want some chocolate cake now.
I got cheesecake.
Kathy, jump in the car and go get us some donuts.
I'll go ahead and do that.
You're a few hours away. No worries.
I know my kids are the same way too. They're adults and they eat first. It's like, what the hell? I cooked this. I was born in the right era because I would have been in jail if I'd have been in that era. I would have done cut something off.
You know, my grandmother, she used to talk about women's liberation, and all that kind of stuff, and she said she's always had equal rights with her husband, and she didn't want them anymore because she got up in the morning and she went out in the field with my grandfather, and she cooked dinner or cooked lunch, and she'd wash clothes, and then she'd go back out there again with him in the afternoon and work in the field. And she just said, she says, I don't want it anymore. These young girls don't know what it is to have to do that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And these young boys don't know how to do don't know about doing that stuff either.
Nope.
Shoot. Honey, I taught mine at 11 years old. Here is some detergent. Here is your clothes. Here is how you separate them. This is how the machine works. I even put instructions on the wall how to do it. Because there ain't going to be no damn woman that's going to take care of your ass when you get grown. Sorry.
My best friend basically went from his mother's house to his wife's house.
Mm-hmm.
Which it was their house together, but I'd say his wife's house. He was 33, 34 years old when their son was born. Yeah. He didn't know babies slept all night. Oh, they didn't sleep all night. When they're newborns, he did not know that newborns do not sleep all night. That you have to get up and feed them every 4 hours. Because he was talking about, well, when we get the baby home, we'll all can get some rest. And I'm like, man, babies don't sleep all night. Yeah, they do. No, they don't. And Roberta and Sandy are both looking at him like he's lost his mind.
Especially if they got colic. If you got a colic baby, you can forget ever sleeping in your lifetime again. That's just hell.
Oh, no. I'm not doing without a washer and dryer. I can do without a dishwasher, but I am not giving up my washer and dryer. If we were to have
poor Mr. Sadie.
An EMP where it wipes out the whole the electrical grid, my sons will be pedaling a bicycle with a generator hooked to it, running the washer dryer, or at least the washer. Oh heck, Mr. Sadie, we used to have between 10 and 20 girls running through our house every week.
He has 5 of his 6 granddaughters here. He says, Jesus, take the wheel. Get ready for some fingernail polish, some hair braiding, and maybe even some makeup.
Oh yeah, gotta have the makeup.
Roberta, because she's got 3 sons, she's always wanted. It'd be nice to have a little girl to dress up at Christmas time and Easter and whatnot. Do their hair and nails and stuff. And a very close co-worker of hers had the perfect son, and then 10 years later she had this little girl, and everything her son was, this little girl wasn't.
Wow.
And she said she wasn't a bad girl. She was just loud and energetic and all that kind of stuff. And she's like, Roberta, you got to quit saying that you love to have a little girl. She says, now I love my daughter to death, but she said, there's a lot of difference between a little girl and a little boy. Yeah, she is hoping for a granddaughter. Not too soon.
Sure.
Because we're having an issue with the girlfriend right now.
Yep.
Yeah, Mr. Say those babies can wear you down there. Woo.
Oh,
Ask Marcel, he'll tell you.
Oh yeah, I was watching that video and I'm thinking, oh, poor Marcel.
Oh, they love to beat him up.
I love it.
He's going. I'm thinking she's going to have to spray him down with Ben Gay before he goes to bed tonight.
They're fun. They love it. He'll get in the floor with them and wrestle, and he'll carry on with them for hours. He has a good time.
Yeah, it's a great time.
Enjoy it now because they grow up quick.
Mm.
They'll remember it, so.
And they do. They do. They don't enjoy being, playing with trucks and cars and stuff like that. They, at 10 years old, they're making a move on Mary Sue down the street.
That's right.
They're moving on the big boy stuff. It's crazy. I mean, hell, I was 13 years old. I had a girlfriend, but she was not a priority. Hanging out with the guys on our bicycles out in the, riding through the woods and building forts and all that kind of stuff. That was what was important.
Yeah. Different eras for me, I guess.
Nowadays, it's they're ready to set up housekeeping at 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. But.
And I'm just, it's just weird.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the kids gotta live their life. Nobody goes out to play anymore because they're too afraid people are gonna kidnap them, and it's happening. You hear it all the time.
Yep.
I mentioned it. I think it was yesterday on Valerie's show. I just about said Val's show. Valerie's show. And
you off your own channel.
When I was. Yeah, she's kicking me out of here. I was 10 years old. I was a Cub Scout Weebelo type deal, and I was selling Christmas cards. You look at a catalog, and they had samples, and then they'd order which ones they wanted. I was going door to door, going into people's houses, and sitting on the couch with these people while they were looking through the catalog and stuff like that. Nowadays, I won't even let my kids go in, into anybody's houses, and they're 20 years old.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's just, and the same stuff was going on back then, but our media was not like it is now. And, but
yeah, I guess people weren't too afraid back when we were growing up, but I mean, I don't think there was as much going on. To be honest, I don't know if it was because of, it could be the media. You could be right. It could just be all the media and publicizing more of it going on and on. I mean, it could have been, I know it has been happening forever, but
yeah,
hasn't been publicized forever. So,
I mean,
some of my grandbabies, you better pray to God the cops get you first, is all I can tell you.
Yeah. It's, and we'd go trick-or-treating. I know, Uncle Tom's story night, this is what it's turning out to be. But we'd go trick-or-treating, and we would leave out, my younger brother and I, because my older brother was 5 years older than I am. We'd go out trick-or-treating, and we lived in Goose Creek, South Carolina, and it was just like one subdivision right after another. And we would clear 200 houses in a night easily.
Wow.
And nowadays, I don't want my kids wandering too far away when they were little, in broad daylight.
Yeah, it's a lot of change. I mean, I used to walk everywhere when I was growing up. Now, I don't see kids walking anywhere. So, I don't know.
Charlotte is peppered with those rental, what do they call the skateboards with the handle on them?
A scooter?
Scooters. Thank you. I am
earlier there, Tom.
I'm having.
Not motorcycles. Cycle.
No. I'm not talking about like your scooters. I'm talking about just the boards.
I know. We're just not here, so somebody's got to give him hell.
Okay.
Hello.
They've got them everywhere where you swipe your card on them and it unlocks them and you can ride them. I see parcels of kids riding them things all the time, and I'm thinking to myself, who the hell is funding your mobility here? Do you have like debit cards that your parents have given you?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, really. Oh yeah, those green bikes that they have. Those
Yeah. Well,
stations.
these are electric scooters.
Yeah, those little, because we have one that's you actually, some of them you can put a seat on them, or you can stand on them. We actually have one of those out of that scooter unit. Go figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the orange bicycles and the green bicycles all over town too. But I was reading an article where the people that have the green ones are starting to replace them with the motorized scooter things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just, like I said, who is funding these kids? Which they have a lot of disposable income.
Oh yeah, well, that's how it usually works, right? I mean, if you think back when you're growing up, all those, everybody was focused on the kids because any of the kids would get the parents to buy the stuff to supply the need, right?
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they growed older, they supplied their own needs. So
it's it's just what it is. Got to go with the flow. Because if not, it's gonna drive you crazy.
it will, because you never know what they're going to want next.
All right.
And nowadays they want big. Kids want. Like my mom said at Christmas time, "What you want for Christmas? Nothing." I know you want something. Yes, I want something, but for you to get it for me, nothing. She says, "What is it you want?" I said, "Okay, I want a 2019 Ford F-150 4-door, and I want it in the blue jean blue with gray interior, 4-wheel drive." So I got a Matchbox car. I got a Matchbox truck.
There you go.
She said, "That's all I can afford." I'm like, "That's good."
Hey, as long as I can put it somewhere and show it off.
Be careful what you wish for.
My big truck. That's another thing. I've been looking for something for my son that's in the medical laboratory scientist program, because he has to go to school uptown by the hospital. So I started looking around for cars, and you can $5,000 for a 1990 something or other with 200,000 miles on it around here. I told her, I said, I was going to start looking at like the Auto Trader from, Podunk, North Carolina, or Rusty Bucket, South Carolina, and see what's available down there.
Yeah.
Vehicles have just gotten out of this world. Who was it? It was Michelle in Texas. Was she the one that her husband just got the new F-250?
Valerie, Texas Valerie?
Yeah.
Valerie, yeah.
She was her husband just got the new vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Marcel, I tried to get Kathy to buy you a new one, but she just, she's just tight.
Yeah, she is tight.
I said, you need to go buy that man and him a new truck.
No, I'm not.
I asked her the same thing. She won't do it.
Yeah, and Chris, Chris won't a new truck, and she won't let him have one either.
I don't know what the deal is with that.
Yeah, once I get my RV, then I guess he can get a new truck.
What you need an RV for? Go get your old bread truck. Make you a bread obago.
No, I want to live in an RV. See, I need Texas Valerie's RV.
Yeah, girl. Yeah.
Does she have an RV?
Good business.
Yeah.
And he has one of those fifth wheels that we actually were looking at some of those. Those are actually pretty nice.
Yeah,
her ears are burning. Hey, Texas Valerie.
I watched. Oh, there she is. Your ears were burning. That's the reason she let him buy the truck to pull her fifth wheel with.
No, I didn't know. I'm not saying that.
That's exactly.
I'm saying if I buy one.
No, you said they have a fifth wheel. That's the reason she let him buy the truck so she could pull his fifth wheel.
Oh, I don't know why she bought one. I think her.
That's
why you'd buy one.
Well, that's why I'd buy one.
That's the reason. That's the reason you would say, "Go ahead, Marcel, go get it."
There you go.
But I would pick it out.
No.
The truck we have right now.
No, it was just one of those flukes. Anyway.
My parents had a 38-foot diesel pusher, and they really enjoyed it. But they spent 4 weeks in that thing, and my mom was so tired of my dad that they got back home.
That's right. She is in it right now. They're glamping.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay. No, they're not camping. Camping is when you've got a pop-up camper or you've got a tent. My brother and his wife have got this huge ass fifth wheeler that's got washer and dryer in it.
Yeah.
That's not camping. That's having a mobile home that you
There she is. This is my heaven.
You're talking about me.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm talking about your home.
My home from home.
I love that thing.
We're camping right now. I don't know what kind of service I have. I may be cutting out a lot.
Yeah, because you have that step up with the living room, and then you have that kitchen, and yeah. See, that's what I want. I love that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
I thought she was in a hotel.
That girl in a hotel. Yeah, see, I love that. That's our house. When you get ready to sell that, Valerie, you got to call me.
I gotta pay it off first, and then you come up in here, and the bathroom area, and then up in here is the bedroom area with.
Roll of magic.
And you can put a washer and dryer in this thing right here if you want to, and then it's got the little closets and stuff in here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Y'all don't live in that all the time, though, right? Correct?
No.
Okay.
We're camping.
No, you're not camping. You're not camping.
She is glamping. Leave her alone.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go with glamping.
Do.
It's like I tell my cousin.
Huh?
Go ahead. Like I tell my sister-in-law, she's not camping. She's just got a house that she can pull around behind her husband's truck.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fun.
I love that thing. That's when we were looking at, because we were talking about if we decide to move to Florida, if we want to do just the camper right there on the beach, that would be something that we would do. Something like that.
Yeah.
Because you have what was it 2 or 3 slide outs on it?
3, 4, 5.
Oh, okay.
1. Yeah. There's 2 in the front, 2 in the middle, and 1 in the back.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, those are nice. I like those. Yeah. And see, is that where Valerie's gonna stay at when she comes to visit you?
She can stay in here, but then whenever it's parked at my house, there's no water or electricity to it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We could pull somewhere.
Hey.
Nah.
I know, Carol. It's nice in her house.
No, you don't want to go to Arizona in January. That's in January.
Ever.
You don't want to. So friends of ours had an RV. They rented an RV and they traveled the country for a year with their children. They went to Arizona in July. That was the most stupid thing they've ever done in their life, and they'll tell you that because the air conditioning on that unit could not keep up.
Oh no!
So they took off for North Dakota.
That's funny.
But there's a bunch of people that I used to follow, or Roberta and I used to follow, that were living in RVs and that type of thing, and they did it for a couple of years, and then they're like, the kids are getting too big, they need to have some roots, blah 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, the true story is that they're all tired of each other being confined in that RV all the time.
Too close for comfort.
I don't think with two people it would be too bad.
Nah, probably not.
Yeah, other than the showers, you'd have to stay on full hookups all the time or something like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what they have down there in Florida. They have like this. You can stay right. Like if you don't have pets, you can stay right there on the beach, and you pull in. Everything's full hookup, and you actually can stay there months at a time. And then if you have pets, you can stay at the other ones, but they're straight full hookups. But I just don't know how long we would survive together in that close of quarters. I love him and all.
Ring, ring.
We're buried in the sand.
Ring, ring, ring. Hello? Tom, this is Marcel. I'm in jail.
I buried Kathy in the sand.
Kathy and I got into a fight, and when the police got here, we were choking each other. Would you please come bail us out?
Well, the good thing is I'd have the beach. I can go out there and walk. So it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But that's something we were talking about doing, is something like that.
But you know what? That would work in with what I told you need to do, Kathy. You need to get your big old warehouse, like a 40 by 100, and so you can just pull. So you can
financing this for me, Tom.
So you can put your RV up in the middle of it. So you can just step out your door, and there's all your merch that you got to get shipped.
Y'all hear Tom finance all this for me, right, Valerie?
It's I don't know. I guess I could. I got hooked on this. I fell down a rabbit hole. There's this thing called narrow boats in England. They have all these canals, and they have these narrow boats which are like 6 foot 10 inches wide, and then they're like from 45 to 70 feet long. And people live in these things, and they're really nice. They're really nice, but they're constant. Well, there's some of them that have permanent moorings, or they have like marina moorings, and then some of them they just travel. All of these canals that's around England.
Yeah.
And if I was young, and I'd like to give that a try. But now that I'm old, I like my queen size bed.
Yeah. Now that I'm old, I like my bed.
Which Valerie, she looked like she had a queen size or a king size back there.
Yeah. It's a queen.
Nice.
Yeah. I think you can opt to what king or queen. You can upgrade it or whatever. I've seen. Yeah. You have all kinds of different options you can add.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, that's what you need.
The queen bed, it has a button where you can push it and raise the bed, and then underneath it, if you go to the back of the trailer, it has a garage.
Oh, cool!
You can drive like a golf cart.
Really?
The back of the trailer.
Oh.
Wow.
So then when you get to your location, you pull the golf cart out, and then you push the button, and then the bed comes back down.
Cool.
In that room, yeah.
Oh wow.
So that's a good place for storing your stuff. If you did want to live in one, you can store your stuff in there that you're shipping out. Your supplies or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's got drawers and everything in there.
See, Valerie, there's your escape route there.
No.
We did get her an RV, so that way she can go ahead and move to Texas.
She'd be like a shark. She could just keep moving around. She could go out and stay with Tina out in in California, and then swing by Texas and stay with Valerie, and then go on into North Carolina and stay with, I can't remember the other one's name.
Actually, it's Julie that lives in California.
Julie, that's right. Julie.
And Tina lives in North Carolina.
Yeah, she's the one that lives on the other side of the city from me. Well, I was close. Hey, are you not impressed I remembered at least one of them's name?
I was impressed. I was impressed. No doubt about it.
He called me Michelle.
Oh, gosh.
Well,
Poor
I'm
Tom.
old. I forget. I'm learning too many people's names too fast. That's the reason I have my little cheat sheet right here.
I didn't know it's over there.
And notice it's all in big letters. Y'all can read it from there.
Yeah.
You got an F. You failed.
I'm sorry.
And my name is even in my channel thing. Accessory Emporium, aka Valerie. I mean, how hard can that be?
I didn't say I was smart.
He just said he was here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he has nice hair.
What do you want?
Oh, God.
He showed up for the show. He just said he was smart about it.
It's been kind of a confusing day. My internet went down, and I didn't know whether I was going to get it to come back up. And now Bridges has gone down. And
I mean, if you watch the whole beginning of the show and see the debacle, you would already know this thing is already jacked up.
it's nothing is working right for me today. It's just been a day.
It's working great.
No, you
So,
do.
I'm gonna sleep late in the morning. I'm gonna sleep till at least 6.
I got about 2:30. I'll be up.
Dang.
Oh, there's trouble. Oh my Lord.
Nikki,
Hi, guys.
speaking of staying on the move, hey baby, what you doing tonight?
Nothing. We're going to buy my daughter's car tomorrow.
Woohoo!
Going down to the Twin Cities. She's going to buy a car.
So you
Hopefully.
going to the Twin Cities?
Yeah, Minneapolis, St. Paul,
Oh, okay,
Minnesota. They're
okay.
called the Twin Cities. Sorry. Anytime you hear me call it the cities or Twin Cities, that's
Yeah.
Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota. It's like
Okay.
they're like together, but they're two separate cities. They're
Right.
called the Twin Cities.
They're divided by a river or something, aren't they?
Yeah, the Mississippi.
Okay. I'm not totally daft. I've seen pictures.
Yeah.
It's so you won't have to stay on the road during the day. Gary can just drive himself, right? You can get some work done now.
I'll still be in the truck. I might go to the bins though.
There you go. Hey, you might as well make it worth your while.
They're the ones that the bin picker said are their favorite.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yep, they really like that one.
I said, well, let's see. You guys will be going to buy a car. That should take at least 2-3 hours. Probably spend 2-3 hours at the bin.
There you go. That's
Yeah,
plenty of time.
You can't walk into a dadgum car lot with cash and already know the vehicle that you want and still get out of there quicker than 3 hours because it takes them 2 hours just to do all the freaking paperwork.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She knows exactly the car she wants. She's already talked to the guy. She's already done a whole bunch of stuff to whatever. I don't know what she's done to it, but anyways, yeah, she's ready to walk in there and put her down payment and sign the paperwork. But yeah, they'll be there at least 2-3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're like Kansas Valerie. She's not going any place else to buy anything until she gets rid of some of the stuff she's got.
Mm-hmm.
Until she happens to drive by, until she drives by some place and there says bins bag sale.
Now, my bins aren't as close to me as Valerie's are to her. Mine's 2.5 hours away. So when I get the opportunity to go to the bins, I have to take it.
Sure.
What are you doing?
And you're a clothing seller now, so
Yeah. Actually, at them
Yeah.
bins, I usually find good hard goods there.
yeah.
Valerie, Texas Valerie, where y'all camping at? Any place particular or just pulled out in the pasture somewhere?
No, Guadalupe State Park and
Oh.
other side of Bernie, near San Antonio, not too
Okay.
far away.
Okay.
But we came with that. We had to find a place that we could get 5 campers together because we came with a bunch of family.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. They're outside
cool.
at the campfire right now.
Well, thank you for coming in.
Yeah. I was just
Yeah.
about to walk outside and I laid down my phone and I was just kind of was clicking around and I was like, oh, my feet are there. And then I hit the play button and I hear, oh, that Michelle that lives in is that the one that let her husband buy a truck?
Yeah, Michelle.
Like,
Okay.
are you serious?
Michelle. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I was
We can't get mad at you, Tom.
no.
No,
I'm just
you got to be careful. Some of these ladies get real testy.
yeah.
It's so Valerie or Kansas Valerie, have you sold a lot of stuff today?
Made 2 sales today.
Oh,
Posh or
Sad to
eBay?
say. Actually, I made 3 sales, 2 on eBay, 1 on Posh. I think it's just 1. Yeah, I think it's just 1.
And how about you, Texas Valerie?
I did a bundle sale on Posh of 5 items, and then I just sold one 4 hours ago. So far today, 6 on Posh.
Sweet.
wow.
6
Awesome.
items. I did 6 items.
Way to go.
Yeah.
I have sold nothing today.
I've sold 2 things.
That's good.
Oh, wait. No, I did. I sold a pair of earrings.
Oh, good. From that one little lot you did at the $10 lot?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I sold them for $9. Yeah, I've sold quite a few of those actually. Earrings out of that lot.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I'm done pretty good on that. So
Good.
far.
Jewelry seems to be where everybody's headed.
Yep.
They're like they've gone from clothes to jewelry.
Yep.
Not me. I mean, I only get jewelry if it's like really cheap because I don't know what I'm buying, so I don't want to spend too much on it.
I'm the same way. They say it was easier to list and easier to clean and stuff. And
I brought a bunch of stuff with me to list, and all I had to pack was like 2 bags. One bag is full of jewelry, and the other one has my portable photo booth and all of my measuring tapes and jewelry cleaner rags and all that kind of stuff. I just threw it in here and brought it with me, and I could list.
that's
There
good.
you
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Like men's ties. I mean, I did the same thing last time I would do men's ties.
Is your hubby okay with you working while you're camping?
He don't care. He don't care. He's out there with his brothers and stuff around the fire. He asked me earlier, "Are you going to come out?" And I was like, "Yeah, in a little while, you know." But he's got family hanging out with, and our daughter and my son-in-law are here, so he has plenty of people to hang out with. And my sister, she sells on eBay and
Oh,
That's cool.
That's awesome.
so she brought her stuff with her too.
oh, nice.
How long are you going to be down there?
We'll come back Monday afternoon.
Oh, that's right. That's a holiday. Get your
Yeah.
shipping out tomorrow, girl, people.
Yeah.
I kind of like. I
I
kind of
won't
like
ship.
that jewelry.
I won't ship till Tuesday.
Me too.
Yeah. Me too. If I sell anything.
I only sell one thing, so I'm shipping mine out tomorrow.
We're gonna get those hangers tonight, but we ended up not doing it. We're gonna go get them Sunday, I guess.
Lord have mercy. Is it going to be another trailer full of them?
Yeah, we've already got one. Yeah, we already had one load. Now we gotta go get another load.
Where are you putting all these hangers?
My storage shed.
Oh my gosh. Mm.
There's
God
like
bless.
90. There's like 90 boxes, I think, of them.
Holy crap.
Have you thought about running an ad on Craigslist?
I figure like the big display ones, hangers, I'll probably sell those on eBay.
Mhm.
I'll probably give the resellers a first crack at them, you know. But whatever they don't want, then I'll throw them up on eBay or something. And then like the cheap plastic ones, I'll probably just take all those down to the auction house and see if I can unload them there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a little late to this, Nikki. So how'd you come about getting these hangers?
My friend or my niece works at a clothing store in the mall, and they're closing. And so they just trying to get rid of everything. So she's like, she put it on Facebook. Does anybody want all these hangers? And she's like, you have to take them all. I said, I'll take them all.
Well, that's cool though.
But I'm getting like, probably 200 or 300 shelving boards.
Mm-hmm.
My nephew took all the metal shelving that they had in the back.
Right.
But there's all these wood shelving boards that they use. They had like the metal brackets coming out of the walls.
Right.
Right.
And they had all these wood shelves. Well, there's probably, my husband said there's probably a couple hundred of them there. And I said I'd take them all because that's the expensive part of shelving. My husband builds me shelving, but the shelving boards themselves is the really expensive part. I mean, you could pick up 2x4s and stuff to build the frame of the shelf anywhere, you know, for cheap, but you can even get it for free. But the shelving boards themselves, that's the expensive part, you know. You can't just use anything for that. Well, these are already stained and everything. I mean, they're nice, you know. So I said I'd take them all. I mean, if nothing else, I'll throw them in the wood boiler, you know. I mean, of course I wouldn't, but you know. So yeah, we're gonna go get those on Sunday too.
What did Gary say when you said, "Hey, babe, I got 90 boxes of clothes hangers we need to go get"?
Actually, normally he probably would be pissed, but he can't be because he's the one that told me about them and said, "Hey, can you sell these?" Because I didn't even, because she's on my other Facebook, my family Facebook, and I hardly ever check that now that I'm on my reselling Facebook. And so I didn't even see him. He's the one that told me about him. I brought him lunch, and he's like, "Hey, did you see the hangers Missy's getting rid of? Can you sell those?" And that's when I went and looked at him, and I was like, "Yeah, I probably could, you know." And
Boy.
Yeah. So he can't be mad at me at this one.
How's your arm, by the way, Nikki?
It's sore, but I'll live.
Is it getting better? Not as
No.
sore?
It's really sore, my shoulder and everything, up into my neck and everything. But he said it was a bad sprain, so I'm sure it'll get better.
Wow.
You have a time, Nikki.
I went and saw the actual orthopedic doctor today, so because that walk-in doctor was like, well, it was almost closing time, so I'm sure he's probably trying to just get rid of me. But he was like talking about like tendonitis and everything. I'm like, I don't have tendonitis because I didn't have this pain before I fell, so I know it's not tendonitis, you know. And I thought he's just an idiot, so I'm going to go to an actual orthopedic doctor that knows what they're talking about.
Mr. Sadie says, and I quote, I will sell the hair off a cat's ass if I can make money off of it."
That's right.
Unquote.
That's right. That's me too.
Maggie,
Yeah,
Maggie, I thought you did jewelry. She said, "I can't get into jewelry."
Oh, whoa.
Oh, you all right?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. My dog like slipped. Brandy just gave him a bath and he just slipped on the floor.
Oh, good. Would he come out running?
Are you at Brandy's house?
Yeah, we're going to spend the night here since we're leaving so early in the morning.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's good that she's going to get her car. That'll take some driving off of you.
Yeah.
That'll take some miles off of Gary's truck.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
Because I'm gonna tell you what, this running people everywhere will burn a vehicle up in a heartbeat. Roberta's got a Saturn Outlook. Yeah, Saturn Outlook. And I filled that sucker up with gas yesterday, and it's already down to a half a tank of gas. And I told these boys that they were getting back on public transportation on Tuesday, because they can catch our it's called CATS, our Charlotte Area Transportation Service.
Yeah,
they can take it all the way to the university in the morning, and back to near our house in the afternoons. So that'll save a lot of. It's only 15 minutes away by car, because you get on 485 and you're running 70 miles an hour. But it's just all those miles you're clicking up.
Mm-hmm. And we already put high miles on our vehicles because we live so far out of town anyways. So.
Well, I don't know why during the winter months you just don't close down the summer house and move in with Brandy.
I know, right?
Then come spring, say, well, it's time to go get the farm opened up.
Yeah. Brandy will hear that. She'll be like hell.
I know, right?
Well, you drive her around everywhere.
Yeah.
That means she wants her at her house, taking, like stuff.
Yeah, driving her around everywhere is different than living with her.
Oh, that would make the neighbor, the lady that complains about you sitting in the driveway, that would really make her day.
Yeah. Tom said I should up the summer house and come live with you in the winter time.
I love her to death, but that's a terrible idea.
Yeah, somewhere you got to draw the line. It's enough. And you don't have enough alcohol left up there in those shelves to take care of it. Trust me, I understand, girl. I got you.
No, I'm drinking a pop. Thank you, though.
My mom, oh Lord, 20 minutes with my mother in the same house. Hell, no. One of us has got to leave.
Yeah.
Or I got to have a shot of something. I love
my kids dearly, but it's nice that they moved out.
Yes. And I know my kids are the same way. It's like they'll never call me, okay, Ann, I don't need to talk to you every day. It's okay. I know you're still breathing. I see your Facebook.
It's really sweet. These people, like I've got a friend that he talks to his daughter every day. Mm-hmm. Every day. Sometime during the day, they're talking. And I'm not talking texting. I'm talking about they're literally talking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, what do y'all talk about? Just stuff. Like, what kind of stuff? Like, about your nails or your shoes or what?
I don't know, Tom. What do we talk about every day?
BS.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same
That's
concept.
pretty much it.
We talk about poop, boobs, ding-a-ling, sex,
That's right.
everything.
And try to work some reselling in there at some point. Or
yeah. We'll say something about eBay, FBA, Poshmark, something.
To jump on to the reselling topic for a second, have you noticed how everybody is jumping back into the FBA thing now?
Yeah, because they lowered their fees.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, their storage fees.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, they're only going to charge them one time a year, I think, now, and it's...
Well, see, I don't understand the storage fees. I mean, it's like if I send in a box, how do I figure this out?
Yeah.
Well, when you based on the item, they can give you an estimate of the volume it takes up.
Uh-huh.
And that's what your storage fees are.
Well,
like
I try to use that calculator, but they want you to put in all this other crazy stuff. And it's like, well, hell, if I knew, I wouldn't need you.
Yeah.
I could do it myself. But I don't know. So if they want you to put all this weird information, it's a lot of work.
It
scares me.
I just think that, I think sometimes people are just scraping for every penny they can out of FBA. Because you think about it, if you got a bunch of stuff, you're going to pay to either keep it stored at your house, or you're going to rent a place to store it. So why not let it just stay right there?
Well, and that was my thinking. And like Maggie said, you're charged by the cubic foot.
Right.
I'm lucky if I know what a damn foot is. You see him saying I don't do math very well.
Yeah, and we're.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And on top of that, you charge long-term storage fees if your stuff stays unsold for too long. So they have still have the long-term storage fees. And see, what they used to have was that as long as you only had one of a certain item, you weren't charged fees.
Yeah, and we're women. We don't know what feet are because we've always been told this is 6 inches. So.
Hey.
Oh God!
Same thing.
And Marcel still lies today. He's actually even grew a couple inches.
Y'all are just
Lies.
harsh.
Lord.
Lies
Harsh.
like a rug. Woo! And a dirty rug at that.
And we were doing good. We were staying out of the gutter. And as soon as Nikki comes on, she is smacking us over.
Oh, you know what? I don't never get out of the gutter.
No, he lives there. Trust me. He has a P.O. box down there.
You guys see the stuff I send you. I've seen the bottom of YouTube. I've also seen the bottom of Poshmark.
Yes, Nikki, Marcel has seen the stuff you have sent us.
It's
you can't unsee the things I've seen.
No.
Why do you have to share them? That's all I gotta know.
Because we're family. Hush.
Yeah, I gotta share. My mom always taught me it was nice to share.
That's right.
You know, Kathy just made a good point. I know more about what's going on with you people than I do my own family.
Exactly.
Does Maroon have 2 R's or 1 R?
What?
2 R's. Maroon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
I know, right?
No.
I am listing.
Multitask.
It's 2
Oh,
O's.
she's actually working too.
It's 2
Not
O's.
truly a working hangout,
Yeah.
Nikki.
Valerie's right.
I was actually working until my internet died, and then when it came back up, then I got on here, and I've not done squat.
I'm trying to work.
You're always working. Work it, girl.
Tonight's my late night too. Probably be up. I'm gonna try to be up till at least midnight. So
We actually have a and Valerie, I want to go just because for the spirit of you, but we have that bag sale thing that like you have tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I hate clothes. But I like want to go for the spirit.
That's the thing is if you hate clothes, then you probably don't need to go.
I know, right?
Because you'd just be bitching and moaning about it.
Well, I'll get all the clothes and white to send them to you anyway.
No. Thank you, but I'm good.
You're like, damn. I saw that like going, oh, that's all Valerie. I need to go in the spirit of Valerie.
Because you know, our thrift stores around here don't really have a lot of hard goods, but my goodness, they've got the shoes and they got the clothes.
Yeah, we have a little bit of both.
Our thrift stores are real slim on like hard goods stuff, or they'll have plenty of like china. Or dishes.
Yeah.
Well, like me and Tara said, we would never be able to be in this business if we had to depend on our thrift stores up here.
No, yeah, ours either.
No, didn't we like donate some stuff to Goodwill, and they say they ship this out to?
Yeah, I was telling about that before.
Yeah.
They ship it to like Florida or their places, or state. It don't stay in your own state. The satellite ones don't.
I don't care where they send it as long as it's out of my house.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, come on.
I don't care.
You're good, well, at least for the community.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, like I said the other day, I contact. I got in contact with a woman's battered shelter, and they'll take anything, the underwear, clothes, anything.
Right.
That I don't want. They said they'll be glad to take it.
Well, that's nice.
Which I just open up bags and throw them in the daggum washer and wash everything before I start handling them.
Yeah.
Right.
And I know a lot of people don't wash clothes, but I don't want to walk around the house in a pair of latex gloves all day. I'd rather just go ahead and let them run through the wash machine, because we've got the front loading washer and dryer, and that washer will just about, when it spins it out, it spins it just about dry. So I can run through some bags of clothes pretty fast. But it's so I'm gonna start taking some stuff. I've got some bags of things that I need to take by there to them, and that because they'll give them away,
Right.
and they won't get done trash, because I've seen the dumpster behind one of the thrift stores here, and it's full of stuff that they just don't want to deal with. So, and I took some boxes of books by there, and they're like, we can't take any more books. We've got all the books we can take.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we got turned away from a Goodwill because the trucks wasn't running that day, and they had got way too much, and they were filled to capacity. I was like, really? You're okay? All right, I'll go to the next one then. Thanks.
I'm trying to think. There's which YouTuber I was listening to, and they took so much stuff to their Goodwills in their area that they told them they couldn't take anything else because they had taken them so much stuff.
Yeah.
And he said it was good stuff, because he says all the crappy stuff, they take and dispose of, because he says it's not any point in taking it to Goodwill and then them have to turn around and pay money to dispose of stuff. But I can't remember who it was.
The only thing our thrift stores say no to is, well, there's certain things that they won't take, like electronics or computers, anything like that. But otherwise, they take everything you bring them. I mean, every time I have a rummage sale, I have rummage sales every summer to get rid of some of the auction stuff. And on the last day, I'll put everything up for free, and whatever doesn't go, I take it all to Goodwill, and they'll take almost anything. But they won't take like spray cans, or there's certain kind of like outside stuff that they won't take, and electronics they won't take. But everything else I can pretty much give them. And they've never turned me away.
I think they just get. Well, who was that? No, it was an article I was reading in the paper about the thrift stores are getting they're getting overloaded with stuff because of that new show on Netflix.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't make you feel good, then you need to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Or I think it's what she says, the little Chinese lady or the little Asian lady.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. She's like, if it doesn't give you pleasure, then you need to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Well, Marcel, I guess you're gone.
Yeah, like he says, touch it or something, and if it doesn't make you feel good or whatever, then
I guess this is your version of list it or ditch it.
Yeah. List it or ditch it. He ditched. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. That kind of did not wear out.
I think you have to thank it before you give it away. Like
you have to what?
You have to thank it. Like thank
you.
you.
Yeah, that shit ain't gonna happen.
Thank you for being a thorn in my side for so many years. Right. Thank you for putting me in divorce court. I really appreciate you. Now get the hell out of my life.
Thank you for costing me all this money, this heartache. Thanks, jerk.
Thanks for wasting my time.
I had to use it one time.
The Asian communities, especially like the South Koreans and the Japanese, they're very emotionally attached to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like we were watching this documentary on Netflix about funerals in Japan. I mean, in South Korea. And thank you for Kathy for catching that.
You're welcome, dear. You become famous.
And
Wow.
What was
Yeah.
it?
I don't see what the message was, but
It wasn't good.
his
Yeah, it
name
wasn't
was not
good at
very
all.
good. Oh my God! I've had my first.
You are
Moving
in
on
the
up,
big
son.
time now.
I am.
Man.
Get
He
your first
had a
roll.
troll.
Yeah, I'm not a troll virgin anymore. But they cremate everybody over there. I mean, unless you're very wealthy, because if you're very wealthy, then you can afford to buy land at a cemetery. Sorry, I was trying to find the right button to do what I need. What Kathy just got. She click, clicks, and she's done. They go so they have these. They have basically a mausoleum that's got like thousands of people in, urns in, and they have like little pictures of families, and they go by and take, put flowers into it, and they go every year, and at least once a year, but they'll go in there and they'll talk to these urns like they're talking to their their mother, their father, whoever. And I understand the concept, but we Westerners don't do that.
Yeah.
We don't have that attachment. And so they associate feelings with everything. So I mean, I understand what she is where she's coming at. Did I unhide him? Fix that, Kathy.
I know I had him.
I didn't know you had hit him.
Nah.
I don't even see him.
All right.
Well, that's because he's hid. But anyway, so anyway, like I said, they say that people are going through all their stuff now, and they
Yeah, he's
hang on.
persistent.
I'm trying to small him down. Hang on.
Well, with that name.
that's what I don't like.
You got him?
I got him, I think. Yeah.
All right.
But anyway, it's
I was trying to get thunder.
I'm a one.
Okay. My thought made a left-hand turn and I made a right one. But they're saying that they're getting overrun with stuff because everybody's going through and sorting through stuff in their house. I'm just hoping there'll be a lot of road stuff tomorrow, curb stuff.
Yeah.
Do y'all want, let's see, is it Taco Stacks?
Yes, Taco Stack.
Yeah.
Is he the one that does all the curb stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what, that boy works for his money.
He does.
Because he'll throw appliances in the back of that van and everything else. And I'm thinking, oh my God, my back.
Yeah.
But he's also young.
Yeah.
But I
like watching him. He
Yeah,
finds some cool stuff too on the side of the road.
We've talked about it before, but when you listen to all these channels that all they talk about is like reselling and the things that you have to do to be a reseller, the sourcing, the listing, the sale, shipping. I really have gotten to more where I'm watching stuff like the people that buy the storage lockers and the dumpster diving and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's different.
Right.
Well, like
I want to see Nikki crawling over the top of a damn dumpster is what I want to see.
I pay money for that.
Ain't gonna happen. Bridget sent me a grabber.
She's already got that taken care of.
She has You know, apparently Valerie doesn't. Kansas Valerie doesn't have dumpsters, so she can't go dumpster diving out there.
No, I mean, I live 30 miles from any major,
Yeah.
I live 60 miles from a Target. If that tells you anything, a Target, Bed Bath and Beyond. I'm 60 miles from all that. So now I have went before and went, curb shopping, right before the trash picks up stuff. I've done that a couple of times, found a couple of good things, but during the wintertime, I just don't get out much. I might get out twice a week, if I'm lucky. So I just stay in.
It's 14 below here right now. I'm not getting my ass in a dumpster. Sorry.
we got 22,
Oh,
and it's still
Lord.
snowing. So
There might be people in them dumpsters right
There
now.
ain't people in those dumpsters. That damn thing's frozen solid.
Yeah. But
You know,
at the very least, I do it in the summertime.
it sounds like Kansas Valerie lives so far out she don't get the Saturday night Grand Ole Opry to Tuesday night.
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah. I mean, I am. I'm far away from pretty much anything, which it can be a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't hear sirens. I don't hear,
Mhm.
I don't hear any of that. It's very quiet. If there's anything going on, if there's a siren coming through town, everybody's out there looking.
Yeah.
It just don't happen that often.
Did you have problems when you moved out there after living so long in California?
Oh my gosh, it was horrible. I didn't know what to do with myself. Because, for some reason, like, California and living in a town, it wasn't a big town. I mean, it was, I don't know what to compare it to. Probably about the size of Mooresville. And, there's stuff to do. I mean, you're always doing something. You're always going somewhere. And, when I got here, it was like, well, what do I do? What am I supposed to do? I was a mess for a bit, and then I finally figured out how to somewhat relax a little bit, Yeah, it was rough.
The first time I flew into Los Angeles to LAX, they said we're an hour away from LA. And when he said that, it was suburbia up under us. And for that whole hour, there was always houses, subdivisions beneath us. And when we got off the plane, I asked a flight attendant, I said, we got over suburbia about an hour ago. And she said, yeah. She said, that's considered the LA metro area.
Mhm.
I'm like, no, if you're an hour away, you're in another city,
Mhm.
But it's like Atlanta. Atlanta, Georgia is not that big, but all of the little towns that's around it that has, it's all grown together.
Right.
Now it's the Atlanta metro area,
Mm-hmm.
which Charlotte is getting the same way. I remember between Charlotte, South Charlotte, and like Rock Hill, which is where I grew up, there was a 2-lane road, and there was nothing through there. And now it is just grown up between the two of us. So from the time you enter the south side of Rock Hill, it's nothing but shopping centers and apartment complexes all the way up the interstate.
Yeah.
And then you get to Alabama.
Alabama.
Mhm.
Now, how far are y'all from the Mississippi?
What part?
The river.
We're like, what?
Right next to it.
Yeah, we're right next to it, about maybe 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it won't take us maybe 10, 15 minutes to get over to the bridge.
Do you are y'all affected by the flooding and whatnot?
If that last time that it came through, what was it? I lost my job, 2011. We got affected by it. It flooded our casinos then. But other than that, no. I mean, because we have the levies. Unless they break the levies,
Right.
then we're protected. And they had to break the levies because it got that bad that time. But
Right.
as far as not really a whole lot, but no, I mean it helps. But we're flat land, so it's mainly fields, and 90% of the time, if it does flood, it's going to flood most of the fields out.
Right.
Yeah.
Which they're okay with because they do a lot of rice stuff down here about this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
So, they have that going for them. Then cotton and corn and whatever else they do. Just flat land. We have nothing else.
Well, that's what it is. You leave here and you head towards the coast for an hour, and then after that it's flat, sandy dirt. And what did you do at the casino?
Huh?
Did you say you worked at a casino?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Oh, which time?
Yeah, we do.
Well, I started out as they call it the cage, which was the cashiers.
Right.
And then I moved up here to be a casino shift manager, and I managed all the cashier booths.
Right.
And the satellite booths for my shift. And then I moved over to slots, and then I went over to compliance to know all the regulations of the gaming's in and out, and I lost my job, and now here I am. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
That's the story. I'm sticking to it.
Casino is one of my favorite movies.
What it cracked up to be. Marcel worked in it for years too. He started out in housekeeping, and actually that's how we met, because we both came up here to
Not in housekeeping.
Well, not in housekeeping, but we both met at the casinos, because he moved here to the Grand when it opened up, Grand Casino, and I moved up here. Me and my family moved up here, and both of us were married. But we didn't fool around, so yeah, no drama. Woo! And then we knew each other, and I worked for his brother, and we both went through divorce, and here we are 16 years later. And we're both still alive. Yay. We kill each other on all these long trips 24 hours later.
Okay, let me ask you, this is a technical question about this thing here. If I click on Texas Valerie, does this stay locked onto her until I mean, is that all y'all see too?
Yeah, that's all you see.
Okay, but is that all y'all see too? Or
No.
will it? Okay.
Please don't.
No, because I somehow or another I had clicked on you, and then somebody said that it was locked on one person. So I didn't know whether I didn't know whether I had locked it in on you and it stayed there.
Oh no.
Did you?
Yeah, if you've got the white box around somebody, then it's clicked on them.
Yeah.
So usually it'll go back and forth to whoever's talking.
Right. Okay. Well, I unclicked her.
Okay. He said it's unlocked now.
Yeah, I actually use this Google crap for my business.
This Google crap?
Yeah, the first time. Yeah. A conference call.
It didn't work out so well for you, did
well,
it?
not
Oh my God, these damn conference calls. Roberta stays on conference calls all day long.
Yeah, whenever y'all see me hang up or go into mute or whatever and unscreen or whatever, it's because his phone rings and I have to get out of there really quick. So it's not that I'm trying to just run out of there, but it's just like conference call after conference call. It's like, what the hell?
But you do know that it's a great excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It pays the bills.
And he can be home with you.
That's
Roberta will go, I don't know why I was in this call. I didn't say a word the whole time.
Yeah, he's the same way.
And they didn't talk about anything that I'm involved in.
Exactly.
But her manager wanted her involved in the conversation, And I'm like, well, honey, that's what you get when you can make the big bucks.
That's my weekly staff meetings.
twice a week. He has twice a week staff meetings.
And I don't say a word. I just sit there.
They do this thing. I cannot remember what it's called, but they have stand-ups every day, and that's which their people are scattered across the country, so it's all done by telephone. But if you're in an office together and everybody goes to a conference room and for like each person for like 3 minutes talks about what they're doing, so everybody can have a understanding of what everybody's working on. And she's like, "Why do we do this? Because I don't care what these people are doing."
Yeah.
That's exactly my thought. Yeah.
Because she has her own little thing that she's working on, and so she works from home on Fridays, and that's the reason I don't get on the calls on Fridays, because she's on one conference call after another, and she sits right there. But well, that's nice that you're together every day.
Nikki, you gonna sing?
Huh?
The Truth is tuned in waiting for you to sing.
Oh, he'll be waiting a long time.
You gonna be here all night long. We may be gone, but you'll be here.
I can't carry a tune in a bucket, so
Well,
I can tune in the bucket. I'm gonna throw it down a well, and you still don't want to hear it.
you don't want to hear me sing.
that's I always say I can't carry a tune even with a dump truck.
Yeah.
Hey, Nikki, maybe if me and you sing together, we might make a good sound.
You're harmonizing horror.
Probably, but hey, it's a sound.
I'd hate for Tom to lose subscribers.
I know, right?
Yeah, I'm doing good to have the ones I have now.
That's why I was worried about us coming on so late at night. You know, you never know.
It's okay. I'll just read back through some stuff here. But it's life is tough. You have to work with your wife every day.
Oh God, I know.
My dad had his own business, and my mom kept his books for him, and they were together every day. And I don't know, my dad can be kind of headstrong, and my mom isn't. But when it came to her books, there was a way the CPA told them that she had to do it, and that's the way it was done. And if he didn't like it, my dad didn't like it, that was just too bad. But I'll tell you what, I'm surprised that they're still together after being, working together and raising a family together. And because that's hard. It's hard just raising a family together these days. Unless you got the perfect marriage like Nikki and Gary does.
He works out of the house. He's smart.
Yeah. He'd probably kill him if he worked at home. No.
Their marriage is secure as long as you don't get any more letters from saying there's an unpaid ticket on his truck.
More letters from the DMV. Shutting her registration down.
I know.
They never used to do that. I was like surprised. I never thought that would happen.
Now she's got to check the mail every day.
Yeah.
Both of it. That's what she was surprised about.
And every time he checks the mail, I'm thinking, man, what did I do now? I hope I haven't done anything.
I know that's your first thought. Damn, I know I done something if he's checking my mail.
You're like you run into your mailbox like I do, except mine's about jewelry.
I know, right? You and Bridget have the same fear of the mailbox. Is it jewelry day or what? Where are the husbands?
Well, it's Tanya down in Texas, short red hair. She's
Margaret. That's
Margaret.
God.
Okay.
Valerie.
Okay. Tanya is the blonde-haired one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not short hair. She has kind of like medium hair.
Yeah. Well, it's the blonde hair. Anyway, anyway, she is big into the jewelry these days, and she seems to know so much about it.
Oh yeah. She used to live in Houston,
Yeah.
but now she's closer to Austin.
I started following her when she was on Deb's Pension Pesos channel.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you guys are getting confused because Margaret is the one that used to live in and moved
Right.
to Houston. He's talking about Tanya.
No, I'm talking about Margaret. I called Margaret Tanya.
Okay, so you said the blonde, long-haired one. That's Tanya.
Yeah, that's Tanya. I know. I had them crossed up.
Okay, so you're talking about Margaret.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom,
Okay.
we need you to print out pictures and put them
I
next
was
to the
confused then.
name
Sorry.
on your sheet of paper.
Red-headed, short, pretty lady.
Mallory,
That's Margaret.
You're gonna have to get on to him before we go on to our next live Monday. We got to set guidelines for Tom.
Flashcards.
It'd be all right.
but she,
Yeah, flashcards.
she has, which really, like somebody, Texas Valerie said, T-Val and K-Val. Okay, that's just new nicknames when you're both online together.
That sounds like a rap artist or something.
Right?
Well, Carol says you ate my tea now, so. Marcel's losing it over here. Hang on.
They just seem to have.
You this. Hang on. You gotta get back up here.
You know, she was talking about. You know, you can just doesn't take up very much space.
No.
But I'm gonna tell you what. Some of the daggum unboxings I've seen where they pull out these chains that are all knotted together and everything else, I'd lose my freaking mind over that.
I would too.
I don't have the patience for that.
It
That's
ain't that bad.
It's therapeutic.
Yep.
No. When you're old like me, that's not therapeutic.
Hey,
That's-
you know something I want to do is that diamond painting like Mike's daughter does. Have you
My
seen
wife-
that?
My wife does those.
I love that.
She sits down and does those things, and
What do they do?
it's
Diamond
diamond paint.
Yeah.
It's the little, I'm going to use the word stones, that they stick down in. The print has an adhesive to it. So you just stick the stones, the right color stones down on top of it. My wife loves them.
Oh, yeah.
She's got, and I actually had looked into buying some of the, because most of the people are buying them from Amazon and eBay. They're coming from China. So they take forever to get here. And I've thought about just buying up a bunch of them and trying them on eBay and Amazon to see how they, you know, like FBA, where they're right there. So they're going to get out fast. But yeah, you ought to try it because it's like I said, my wife Roberta, she really likes doing it, and she's got some big ones. Do you know what Starry Night, Rembrandt?
Yeah.
Not Rembrandt.
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. That's my favorite painting, and she did one that's probably 24 inches long by 18 inches tall.
Wow.
She did it for me. She said that's as close as I'm going to get to having a Van Gogh. But yeah, you ought to, if you like doing that kind of stuff, you ought to give it a try.
I will.
Because they're not expensive.
No, but you can actually do photo ones. You can send in a photo, and and I think that would be really cool to do a portrait.
Yeah, I would.
Not a. What am I thinking? Not a like a picture of something or someone or
Right.
that you really like. Like I don't want to do a dog, a cat, I want to do like something that I would want like a memory of something, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
But she really likes them, and she gets them. She'll order 3 or 4 at a time because some of them she can go through really fast, and some of them it takes her a while. And she's always got another one. But she's been so busy with work lately, she hadn't done it. She has the craft table, which is a 3x3 card table, usually sitting up in our den with her stuff on it. So she can just come in and sit down and start messing with it until she gets ready to go to bed or whatnot.
Yeah.
That's what you need is another hobby.
Yeah, right. Well, the heads is back, so I guess I'm gonna take off.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Have a good
Have
evening.
fun.
Have
Bye.
fun.
Good night.
Thanks.
Night.
Good night.
You people are a hoot.
That's where the
Bargain
money.
shoppers. Barbara Carol says that had to look at my little cheat sheet. Carol says that the tangles is where the money's at.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
I believe it.
Did
That's the
Todd
fun part of it.
did Todd get any jewelry from his girlfriend this time?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
His little well's drying up.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's that chloroform. That was the last bit. She was done. She gave him chloroform. She snuck little bottles of chloroform in his bag
Did
or in
she
a box.
really?
In Todd's. Remember, he was asking about the chloroform. No, it ain't actually chloroform, but whatever the key thing was.
They were
Oh.
they were in like a box lot
Yeah.
that
Right.
he got,
Yeah.
and he thought he could use it. It's actually, you don't want to use the stuff, but it was like a solvent, and it's like for painting and stuff like that, I guess.
Oh.
Almost like a thinner, sounded like, or something. I don't know, but it was like discontinued in 1978 or something. You know.
Which is probably on the do not use list now.
Yeah, yeah. So we're like, yeah, you need to get rid of that stuff. You need to take it to the hazmat place.
So his well has dried up, huh? I know he hates that.
Well, I think he said he's probably got maybe 1 or 2 trips, and and that's about it. He got some old World War One army pictures that were pretty much ate up by silverfish, I guess.
Oh wow!
And he got some of those. I'm trying to think what else. He got some plates, some kind of plates. I can't remember what they were. Some kind of dishes. And then what else did he get?
Got survivor food.
Oh yeah, he got some Mormon food.
Lug nut.
Or
what's Mormon food?
Well, it was like
survival food.
Yeah, like
was it like the
stuff like that.
Like that wise food? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. It was Mountain Home or something.
Yeah,
and it's good for like I don't know, 20 years or something.
Yeah, we saw that. Remember?
Powdered tomato, something or other, and
we saw that. I remember that now. Okay.
I think that was about all he got. He didn't get too much.
That didn't sound very profitable.
No. Well, the survival food goes for pretty good money. You look at
it.
Yeah, I bid on a storage locker that had from the pictures I could count 27 cases of that wise storage food.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was 2 like 5-gallon drums or containers in each one of the cases. And you could tell that there was some more behind it, but you couldn't see how many was back there. And I bid on it, and all of a sudden it jumped up to like $3,700, and I'm like, we'll let that go.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that was not being bought for resale. That was probably for some prepper that was going to get it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But so you're looking at the online auctions, Kathy?
Yeah.
Marcel?
More Marcel. But now mine was actually those steel gates and stuff. I like those because it almost looked like cathedral stuff.
Right.
You know, like the Catholic churches and stuff like that. And now, if we were building our house, I would be all over those gates and stuff that I sent y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Because that thing is cool.
It got pricey, didn't it? Wasn't it getting real pricey?
It's at 400 right now.
Is that all?
Yeah,
I thought it was like $1,200 or something.
no, they can gate can go for about 1,200.
Okay, maybe
No,
that's what I thought.
I think the one Tara was looking at in Wisconsin was up to 1,200.
Okay.
Yeah, and they can go pretty high too. And there's some little old old antique store that you can actually sell online that stuff.
Yeah.
And they do like, it's almost kind of like an eBay, but it's actually kind of cool because we found it last night looking, just kind of researching those doors and those gates and stuff, and we came across that, which was kind of interesting. That was because I've never seen anything like that before, which was kind of cool. And it actually goes for a higher price than it would on eBay. So, which was different. But yeah, we looked at that one, and then I sent Bridget of a storage unit to never try to bid on ever at all.
What was that?
It was a storage unit we have here, and when you look at it, it's dirty. And then when you look up at the very top corner of the roof, there's a hole.
Oh.
Yeah, and it looks like stuff had been like, it is horrible. So this, I sent it to her. Said, this is one of the units you should never bid on.
But how much is it for right now?
How much? Yeah, it's at $400 and some odd dollars in this area, and it's trash.
Yeah,
it's just like, oh my gosh, y'all are killing me.
They're hoping for some hidden treasures.
No, and they don't find them, but that
they'll find a couple of mice.
Yeah, but that's our area though. That's why we have to go like to Nashville and Alabama, in order to find anything, because everybody runs these units up here, like $400 and $500. That unit will probably go about $800 or $900, and it's probably just trash to the world end. But that's what we have to deal with. Now we do have
that's what I have here too,
and that's crazy to me. But we have a storage locker we're looking at that has, those blow up water slides and all the costumes for like those parties. And it has that sucker's packed full. It's about $850 right now.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm like, cool. I want that unit so bad, but it's like, yeah, we have to run out that whole storage unit. Like crap. I'm gonna have to. Hey, but we'd have our own blow up. We could see all y'all could come to Mississippi. I could do this big blow up water slide party, and we'd have a blast.
My God, could you imagine your grandkids?
They would be in heaven.
Oh my God, they would be like, as much as they went like crazy over those other inflatables. Oh my God.
I know.
Is it one like you would take it to somebody's house and set it up and for a party?
Yes. Yeah. There's like 6 of them in there.
Well, it sounds like Marcel's gonna have you a new part-time job.
I know, right?
We need another.
We have 3 part-time jobs. Our next video will be the water slides of why not? No.
We
watching that.
I bid on one. It had 12. If you've been to one of the environmentally controlled storage units, they have the little flatbed carts that you can use to move stuff in and out of your unit. You know what I'm talking about? They had 12 of those things in it. And it sat at about $300 till like 15 minutes before it ended. And it shot up to $3,000.
Woo!
Which is basically retail for those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I had a $450 bid on it, because I had already called some people and said, hey, if I might have come into some of these flatbeds, are you interested in some? And they're like, yeah. So I had them just about all sold. And then the next thing I know, it's $3,000, and I'm like, well, they can. Yeah. There was no profit in them, because you can buy them for like $285.
Yeah.
Brand new.
God,
I look rough tonight.
That's why I'd like to try some auctions. I think that's gonna be our next venture.
You what?
Auctions.
You talking
Live
about
auctions?
live auctions like
Yeah, like not live auction storage units, but like auctions like Nikki and Bridget do.
yeah, and
Mhm.
yeah.
We've been to a few before, and we've done pretty good. I
Yeah.
mean, we've done really decent with a lot of them, but I mean, I think we're going to try some more, but just to kind of scale it down just a little bit. But I'm still going to do storage units. I can't get away from those, no matter what.
I mean, you can get as much as you get at a storage unit at one auction.
Yeah,
But you're choosing what you're buying, you know.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
Nikki.
see, in our area here, though, Nikki, for auctions, they run us up here too.
Yeah.
That's the bad thing. They do the same thing. It's like if we were a live storage locker unit, it'd be the same way.
It's like that's your only occupation around here.
Yeah, just reselling.
The last live storage auction I went to, it was a 10 by 20, and it had a bunch of cherry furniture in it, antique cherry furniture. And this guy started bidding on it, and I know these other guys were bidding him up, and he just kept bidding and bidding and bidding. And he ended up getting it for some ungodly like $4,000. And they're like, "Oh, you paid for that?" He said, "Yeah," because he says, "I want that piece of furniture, I want that piece of furniture, that piece of furniture, and that piece of furniture, and I'm gonna start giving the rest of it away."
Mm.
And they're like, "You paid $4,000 for those pieces of furniture?" And he said, "Yeah." He says, "I need those pieces to go with the pieces I've already got."
Oh.
And he said the whole set was worth like $20,000.
Holy cow.
Because the table that he bought will connect with the table that he already has, and it'll seat like 17, 18 people.
Oh.
Good night, Maggie. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. You need to come in and be on live with us so we can hear your sweet voice.
Hey, Maggie.
So he wanted it because he had a buyer. Well, his wife was an interior decorator, and she had a house that she was going to put it in.
That's cool.
But they were like, I think they kind of like were like, well, we didn't do what they were wanting to make him feel bad, and he ended up not caring that they were trying to make him feel bad. He was just trying to get what he wanted out of it.
Yeah.
And I don't think, I think that whole bidding up is, I know that's just the way people are, but I think it's stupid.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's nature.
It's what it is. And you know what? And it goes back to, I know that a lot of it comes from that damn Storage Wars show.
Yeah.
Because, they always did it just trying to bid people up.
Yeah.
And karma's going to come back and bite you on the butt.
Mm-hmm.
It's
occasionally people try to do that, but you kind of know who the dickheads are, Sorry, Tom.
That's okay. That's okay.
You kind of know who to watch out for when you go after for a while, you kind of.
It's I like watching Jim and Tara too, because they kind of do what you do, and but I liked watching yours, especially when you were walking around one of the auctions and they had all the boxes and lots of stuff out there, and you were walking around saying, "I want this box and I want that box," and then later on you came back and said, "Well, I got that box for $2 and I got that box for $3, and these pieces right here, a couple of things in it was worth, 10 or $20."
Mm-hmm.
That's what I find interesting, because most people don't see any value in it. They just see it as junk.
Yeah.
Even the people that are resellers, see it as nothing but junk.
Oh yeah, there's been lots of times when I buy stuff and they're like, "Why in the heck did you buy that?"
Because I wanted it.
Yeah.
Like because it sells,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then again, what sells for her doesn't sell for everybody.
Right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I love going to auctions, and I get like the dirtiest boxes for like $1 or $2 because nobody wants them because they think it's all crap in there because they got 10 inches of dirt on the stuff, you know.
Yep.
And then I bring it home, throw it in some hot soapy water, and it cleans right up.
Yep.
And there's not a thing wrong with it underneath, you know. I just love that.
I saw a video where some people bought a box of red vases, and it was dirty and nasty looking, and they took them home and ran them through the dishwasher.
Mm-hmm.
And when they took them out, you know, they were beautiful. I mean, they were just regular red florist shop vases, nothing special about them except they were like a ruby red color.
Mm.
And then, you know, they posted later on that they had sold the whole set to somebody locally for like $60, and they only had like $5 in them.
Yeah.
People like
Them
that
and something
red and that
else.
cobalt blue.
Yeah, the cobalt blue's really popular
Yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had a booth in a flea market for a while, and if anytime I found something like the blue cobalt blue or the red ones, they would sell up real fast. In a flea market where you have a booth all the time, that's a gimmick there. I mean, that's not a gimmick. That's a job there.
Yeah.
The people that had it was an indoor one, and the rates were not. I mean, the rates were reasonable, but he didn't. There was no traffic because he didn't advertise, and you know, all the vendors got together and they're like, let's do Craigslist ads with some of our items in it and say this is where it's at, trying to drive traffic, and it just never did very well. And he finally sold the building and closed it down. But I know a lot. If I was to do it again, I would do entirely different what I did then. Before I was, you know, I had some good stuff, and they had good prices. But you know, talking to a lot of people nowadays, since you know you speak to a lot of people on these type of shows, or just chatting with them, it's the thing is, you know, have lots of junk and price it cheap.
Yeah.
Cameron something down in Atlanta. He used to do storage auctions, and he had a flea market booth to sell it in, and he said pile it high and price it cheap.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes that's what we do with the yard sales.
Yep.
Well, that's the stuff we know we can't sell on eBay worth anything.
Yeah.
Well, it's just funny how even the yard sales that money adds up. I mean,
Yep.
Oh yeah, we'll
you
make
set
what $400 or
dollar tables
$500.
up, and I mean, people just flock to them,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and money just adds up. I mean, you'll make it.
Yeah, especially if you have some good stuff.
Yeah, and we're in a good area, so that's what helps us too.
Right. Mm-hmm. We have a big Hispanic population in our subdivision, or the cluster of subdivisions that make up our end of Carmel Road, and they sell. I mean, you can have a flea market, and you better know how to, you know, speak Spanish. Hable español. But they'll buy.
Well, there's a neighborhood yard sale that they do twice a year here. And there's a cove area that's by a lake, and they have these, you know, the food trucks come in and set up because it's so many people having yard sale and so many people come there to this neighborhood yard sale. And we found some good stuff there for cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we turned over some good prices at that yard sale.
And then you found some.
Well, then you get some, you know, of course, some jerk That's being nice, and thinking I didn't have enough money to buy his item and to put it back up underneath the table because I'm an under the table kind of searcher.
Right.
So when we go to like estate sales or yard sales, I'm looking underneath the tables. That's where I find my best deals. That's the secrets that everybody's hiding that nobody wants to see.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I go.
Yep, I dig in boxes.
Yeah, I start looking for the skeletons in your closets to see what I can find that I can take home for a dime.
Mm-hmm.
And make some money. So, and that's the good thing about it, but it's just that we have a real good one that happens twice a year around here, so. But that's your biggest thing. If you go to estate sales and yard sales, start looking up underneath the table, start digging. If you don't dig, you won't find it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The truth says, and another thing.
Yes,
Lord. David. I was trying to invite him to come in here if you wanted to come in here, and I can't invite nobody.
Or do you have him in the are you on with a messenger?
I don't think so.
Or if you're friends with him on Facebook, then you should be able to invite him.
Because I went to the send invite.
Yeah, I don't know. You have to ask Nikki. Nikki's the pro. Nikki and Valerie are two people. I am the blind leading the blind when it comes to this.
But it's
if you would watch Nikki's channel, she could probably show you a few things.
You're trying to make me feel bad now, aren't you, Kathy?
Yep.
If
you watch my channel, you can learn some posh things.
Well, isn't there a little person thing up there that says add people or invite?
Yeah, that's what I did, and it said add names, and I added his. Maybe it's not as. I added the truth, and it won't let me invite him.
It's not his Google Plus name.
Oh, is it not?
No. You'd be better off if you had him in your Facebook.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah, then you could message him. But.
Yeah. Or you could get an email like Carol does, and we just email you the link.
Or you could tell him to get ready to click on the link, and you could put it in the chat and delete it right away.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think
anybody else. Yeah, that's a little risky sometimes if you got trolls in there, but
I don't think anybody's in here.
No.
Well, all five of us, I think, are okay with it.
I think all five of us will be all right.
David, you want to come in and chat with us?
We're five now. I think after you get to a point of having so many hours, it's kind of like everybody kind of like, yeah, come good.
Yeah,
of course.
We've been on here for a while now.
We're old, Tom.
Retired.
Hey, you're going about 3 hours. That's good though.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 15 thumbs up.
Do
we got 15 thumbs up, one troll, and no thumbs down. You're kicking it. I still ain't got a troll yet. Dang.
Well, right before RVA Flips logged off, he got his first troll, and he was so happy. He's a big boy.
I had one too. It's like, dang. I need to do more lives.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I'll be the troll.
Yeah. You are my troll. Hush. You got to click on Carol's thing and give her a wrench. She is a machine when it comes to the troll wrenching.
Really?
Yes. She's quick. I think everybody ever comes in my chat, they're pretty much, if I know them, you're a wrench. Everybody's a wrench.
Well, she's a wrench now. Wrenches, huh? the people that I knew that I've dealt with, I had given them wrenches.
Yeah.
And so.
It's still, I think a learning tool.
In the drama community, they have to wrench everybody because there's so many people that come in there with people's names, and they're actually trolls. They come in with the regulars' names. So they wrench everybody that they know, so that they know if it's them or not.
See, now go Carol's. Oh, yeah, there you go. There's your troll killer there.
Now you're
in trouble. That's my girl.
Well, I'm just trying to catch up.
Oh yeah, she's a troll killing queen now. She'll get them. She'll get 'em quick too.
You know, and it's just the way life is. But you really shouldn't have to deal with that kind of crap, you know.
Well, you're at nighttime too, so everybody's out of school, all that good stuff.
Yeah, kids are bored.
Yeah, they have to have something to do with their life.
She said that
someone comes in as him. Oh, that's funny.
I wonder if somebody comes in while he's on.
Yeah.
Saying, I think. Is it when he's on, Carol? Oh, that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Especially Nikki. She's going to time you out. Good. That's funny.
I just I saw Sue.
Yeah, she saw Sue Scrap Lady at the Ben's, I guess this weekend.
Oh, how is she doing? God, I haven't seen her in so long.
I know. We were talking about her the other day.
Yeah.
Wondering how she was doing.
She's such a nice person.
She is. She's a sweetheart. Bless her heart. She's had so much going on.
Oh my gosh.
Whew. Like I know I have a lot, but bless her heart.
Life is rough for everybody.
Yeah.
Just trying to, just trying to get through life,
Yeah.
There's always something.
Yeah, that's what we thought. We wasn't sure, Carol. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's what we thought it was. All right.
What?
In-law.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
On my car.
Well, they were going through the same thing your dad was.
Right. Yeah. On my car, all of a sudden, the emergency lights want to work all the time.
Oh.
So I called the Chrysler place and I said, I need to, tell them what was going on. They said, well, we'll order the part. I said, okay, we'll go ahead and order it. And when it comes in, call me and I'll bring it by. Because he said, oh, it won't take long to do. So right now, we're talking really white trash looking here. I've got an old gift card, like one of these, taped down over with duct tape to hold the button down, so because the button won't lock down to turn the lights off, the emergency lights off. So I've got it taped down, and my neighbor, when I was doing it, my neighbor walked over, and he's from Augusta, Georgia, and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "They've got to order this. The switch is not working. They've had to order one. Blah 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 blah." And I said, "So I got to make it temporary." He said, "No." He says, "Boy, that's white trash." I said, "Look, dude, I'm just trying to make it work. I don't want to have to come out here and jump the car off every time because the battery's dead because the emergencies have been on all night."
Yeah.
Well, that's never good.
Do what you got to do.
And it just happened all of a sudden. It just started flashing, and it's
that's crazy.
It's just that's what life does. It just sends it. All of a sudden, something just happens because it just happens.
It's just life.
I mean, Nikki was just going in to get her a cup of coffee and a breakfast sandwich at McDonald's, and she ends up falling and cracking her arm, and just crap happens.
Yeah.
But at least Gary's been taking care of her.
Oh yeah.
Who's driving you around?
Huh?
Who's driving you around?
She is.
I know, right?
When Gary gets done with work, he usually takes over driving. He's like, you can just get in the passenger seat. I'll drive. Because
that's good.
My hands hurt. Yeah, he's pretty. I talk shit about Gary joking around, but yeah, he's pretty good to me.
Yeah, I'm saying with Marcel.
We know. We know. We can hear the love in your
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I've been with him for 25 years.
That's a long time.
You know, Marcel probably thinks the same thing. I remember when my best friend told me they had been married 5 years, and I'm thinking to myself, "Oh my God, 5 years! That's an eternity." And Roberta and I have been married since 1994.
Mm.
And yeah, that is an eternity.
Oh,
I love her more now than I did then. So anyway, well, I think we have gone through everything that we can talk about.
but
And
we're
I'm-
down to 4. It's just us.
Yeah. And
Hey.
it's going on 12 o'clock, and
Ooh, yeah, I gotta go to bed.
well, it's only 11:30. I mean 10:30 your time, isn't it?
That's okay. I'm still in early. I gotta go to bed.
Well, guys, thank you for coming in with me.
No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks for having it.
And is there anybody still in the audience at all?
Well, Carol was.
Really?
Yeah, she was. Carol, you still there? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it.
It was fun. Marcel had fun.
Well, I'm glad he did, because Marcel's always working when we're talking. And
We're gonna have to do Sunday. We're just going to come in on Valerie's challenge, and that way,
take over.
yeah, just take over.
Watch.
I sit there and watch everybody
Oh,
and make fun of everybody.
Well,
I had to go play out in the snow again. So
Oh, God.
Lord. They're gonna wear you out.
Thanks again, y'all. Carol, thank you for coming in
No, thank you.
and y'all standing by in the beginning when it was difficult.
Hell, we made it worse.
we got your back. We got your back.
Y'all are great people. I really enjoyed meeting all of y'all on this internet.
I know, right?
Y'all have a great night.
Y'all too.
All right. You too.
Night.
Bye.
Night, guys.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.